everybody, and welcome back to another session of Open Hearts. We apologize for not streaming the last few weeks. A lot of things did come up, and a lot of people were unavailable, but we're back again, and it is episode 36. If everybody remembers last session, I'm sure you do, because you were just talking about it, but
Oh yeah.
you all descended into the cavern that was unearthed on the Brightwood property with Rowan, and you encountered a very interesting story being told. A story of a group of people who were long dead, who all mysteriously died here in this bunker. And at the end of the caverns, you found an interesting creature, the last of his family, who were all
R.I.P.
eaten unknowingly by the ancestor Brightwoods.
Whoops.
Oopsie.
Eat?
As a
Oopsie poopsie.
as a bit of a sign of peace, you offered to bring him out of the cavern and to somewhere where he would be safe, and so he could also experience the world. And you brought him back to the Brightwood Manor, where he was introduced to the rest of the family, and you learned that his name is Lumen.
Yay.
Today is the next day, and all of you in the party, you wake up.
Oh god, it's been 2 weeks.
It's not a session without the awkward silence at the beginning.
It's really the same.
Yeah, I do my talking,
Oh,
and then
boy.
nobody knows what to do.
Nobody knows
Come
what
on,
to do.
we're just like, no matter how many
When you
sessions
sudden-
we do.
When you suddenly become aware.
Yeah.
Well, would you all like to get up and go into the dining room for breakfast?
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Breakfast
Yes.
Gotta
time.
check in on the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Siblings.
Yes, siblings.
Siblings.
Oh, Jesus. Everything's horrible. My folders are all fucky-wucky.
Oh no.
But, you all walk into the dining room, and, you see that Kalina, your mother and siblings are already sitting at the dining room table. And your
Yeah.
mom is talking to somebody whose back is faced to you. You can see a little, like a glow from the other side of the chair.
Hmm? Good morning, Mother.
Good morning, Kalina. Everybody else, did you all sleep well?
Yeah, I slept pretty well.
Quite, yes. Maybe even a little too much.
That's good.
Yesterday was quite exhausting.
I would imagine. And then she kind of like, she looks at the person who you can't see, and she sort of makes a gesture towards all of you. And then you see a little glowy head sort of peek around the side of the chair. Lumen
Oh?
is looking back at you.
Ah.
They have
Look
a
at
slightly
them.
different appearance, and they look a bit more fully formed, not as
Ah.
sort of choppy.
Soupy.
Very soupy.
Ah. Oh, they're no
Not as
longer
soupy.
soup.
No
They're
longer
no
soup.
longer
No
soup.
longer soup.
I am now man.
Good soup.
Lumen's hair formations sort of sway a little bit as they turn around to look at you. They raise one of their little hands and wave.
Morning,
Lumen.
Lumen. You're looking very well.
Thank you, they say. And you can see a little twinkling on their face, almost as if it indicates that they're happy.
Oh,
Love that.
I missed this campaign so much.
Lumen is so good.
Sparkle. Good sparkle.
It's sparkle.
Good sparkle.
Gwen then smiles and says, Lumen, why don't you tell them how you were able to do this? I think Kalina would find it very interesting. Lumen sort of bobs their head a little bit in agreement. I'm guessing you all now take your seats at the table.
Yes.
Yes. Story time.
While you're all
Story time.
settling in, Lumen begins to tell you about how he can change his form. He says, well, Stellarium can adjust their appearance to the world around them, though it takes a little bit of time. And we can acclimate to blend in more properly to the people around us. But since I had been in the cave so long, I hadn't changed much.
I see. Well, it makes sense since your environment was just the same for so long.
Currently, I'm trying to adjust myself to make me seem more friendly and approachable. Hopefully, with time, I will be almost indistinguishable from other mortals.
I see. But so far, I think you're making good progress. Again, you
I
look
agree.
very lovely.
Agreed.
You can see that the tips of their little hair tendrils sort of curl up a little bit.
Oh, I'm just thinking of like those little squid or octopus that curls up and then it curls up on itself.
The little curlies.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
Lumen then says, and I think that I'll be staying here at the manor. I discussed it with... And then he nods to Gwen, Mrs. Brightwood, and she says she's going to teach me about acclimating into society, as she called it.
Aw. Kalina in her mind is just like, Mom, you've adopted someone.
She's adopted another one. Mother of four.
Hobart will say, well, that's really generous of you, Gwen.
And she puts a hand over her chest and she's like, oh, I would feel bad if I left him to figure out everything on his own.
Yeah. Yep.
I think
was-
anyone in our family would.
She nods and says, "Besides, you don't exactly have a family anymore, Lumen, so you need someone to sort of fill that role and provide you guidance." Lumen nods and
Aw.
says, "Precisely."
Lumen's
Cleo-
just so good.
Kalia just kind of like puts a hand on her chest, just like, oh. We love Gwen.
Ye-
I wish she was real.
Right?
Yeah.
She would adopt all of us.
She would.
I would let Gwen adopt me. Adopt me, Gwen. Please. That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, Miss Gwendolyn Brightwood.
Miss Gwen, please.
Gwen then looks as if she's like, oh, thought of something, and then she snaps and says, "Oh, speaking of, do y'all have to be leaving soon? I mean, I know that you were traveling on Ceruleus. Is there any specific set time that you have to meet back up with them?"
Well, we are going to be meeting up back with Cerulus in Elmlo, so we need to make the journey there.
She nods and
But
says,
in terms of a set time, I'm assuming it would be sooner rather than later.
She
Yeah.
nods and says, "Well, I would actually recommend that if you want to get on the road and get there at a reasonable time, you should probably head out today. Only because we've heard reports that there should be a pretty nasty snowstorm coming in soon, and that would be very hard on the
Oh.
horses. It would be
Oh,
better
yes.
to get as far south as you can before it hits."
Of
It'll be
course.
hard on a few of us. Well,
Oh, don't even remind me. She doesn't even have to look at Tagok to.
Poor Tega.
Yep.
Christ.
got
Poor
3
Tagok.
people that cannot do cold.
Yeah, we've got
Yeah.
people that don't handle cold well.
Yeah, we got the
Mhm.
snake boy, the fish boy,
Fish boy,
and
the fire lady,
yeah.
and Tagok.
And Tagok.
What about Sarzoth?
Sarzoth already
Yeah,
lived in
it's
cold-ish weather,
Oh yeah,
so
yeah, true.
more
he's
acclimated.
more used to it.
Clothes are warmer by association.
Yeah.
Gwen then says, "Of course, if you need any extra provisions to take along on your cart, you can take as much as you need."
That would most likely be helpful, yes. Thanks, Mum.
"Of course. I wouldn't send my baby out there without all the proper supplies." Even if you're not so much of a baby anymore.
Yes, I haven't been for a while.
I know.
I've been taller than you for what? How long? I mean, it wasn't hard to be taller than Dad, but
She kind of scowls at you a little
Wow.
bit like, don't even.
what? He was short, and you know it.
Do not
What do you think
speak.
Nick gets it?
She dramatically puts her hand over her chest and leans back and says, "You shouldn't speak ill of the dead." And then she gives you a look. Like,
Like a serious one, or just like
a little playful.
yeah. And Kalena's just like, Mom, Dad would have thought that was funny, and you know it.
Probably. But I've seen what he laughed at. And then she squints her eyes a little bit, thinking about his bad humor.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah! My man!
Kalina also just thinks of that to say, yeah. Yeah. His jokes are terrible. It was
Yes!
terrible. Oh.
We're good.
Just Taegot casually dying in the corner.
Don't mind me. This is the best I've been in a week, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
So, you all continue your chatting with the family. You learn, like, the rest of the party gets to sort of talk to the family members and such. And, after you finish breakfast, your mother, Kalina, ushers you along to make sure you have everything you need before you go. She has a checklist in her head that she's going down and
Aw.
saying,
Of course.
do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have enough of these? Is there anything else you need that you're not thinking of?
Not gonna lie, for a split second I almost said Miss Holly.
Stop, that is my mom. She is the checklist woman.
Thank you, Miss Holly.
Thank you, Miss Holly.
Mother of checklists.
Yes. Miss Kalina's just like, yes, Mom. We've got everything.
She sighs and says, all right then. I guess I should send you on your way if you've got everything you need.
Yes. It was fun staying with you all, even if it was just for a few days. I missed you all.
Well, we missed you too, baby. And then she
Mm.
goes up and hugs you.
Mm. Kalina hugs her back. Wait, how tall is Gwen compared to Kalina?
Like,
I'm very curious now.
like a little less than a head shorter.
Aw, so Kalina can just like rest her chin on top of her mom's head.
Yeah.
Aww.
Gwen is taller than Taegok.
Mhm. The heels also help,
I love that.
but she
Yes, but still.
reaches up and pats you on the top of your head,
Aw.
and then pinches your cheek, a thing she always does, even though it pisses you off sometimes.
Yeah, this time Kalina just laughs. I love you, Mom.
Love you too, honey.
Wholesome family, wholesome family.
Fictional character does anything, us dies.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, this chair is ass. This chair sucks
Oh
ass.
no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm never gonna have a functioning chair ever. But,
Oh.
Gwen then goes around to the rest of the group and gives out hugs to anybody who wants them.
Yay.
I will take a Gwen
Hug.
hug.
Culver's just like, oh, me.
Elvar's very excited for the hugs.
Hugs from
I mean, hey,
Mom.
Gwen. Yeah, I mean, Gwen gives good hugs.
Mm-hmm. By the end of it, she has gone around the group and given everybody big old hugs. And then she
Hugs from Gwen.
says, All right, I shouldn't keep you any longer. Go on now. Get before I find another way to distract you.
Yes, Mom.
Stay
Make
safe
sure to
out
write
there.
more often. And we will.
She waves you goodbye as you leave the manor with all of your things and a little extra that you've been given by Mrs. Brightwood.
More supplies. That's always great.
Woo!
Please be baked goods. Please be baked goods.
Oh,
Please be baked goods.
yeah.
Mm.
Yes. There is a
Yeah.
basket that you don't know exactly what's tucked inside, but you can definitely smell it.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were given
Oh,
a
I just realized something Kalina could have said. It's like, don't worry, we'll be fine. We have friends in high places. Literally.
Cool.
Ba-ba-da-da-da.
High.
Da-da.
But quite high indeed.
Quite high indeed.
Yep. Quite high indeed.
Yes.
That Caleb fellow I was talking about the other day.
Yes, that one.
Dear, anyway, continue, sorry.
Among some of the things that she forced you to bring along, she insisted that you bring extra quilts and blankets.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And she even dug out some old scarves and mittens that she didn't wear anymore. And
Oh,
made sure that everybody was bundled up.
Yay.
The three that can't handle the cold, are they just like, I can't put my arms down?
Very much so.
Tagak's just kind of nervous that she's gonna burn it suddenly.
Oh no,
Mm.
I just burst into a ball of flames. And everything just catches on fire.
Oh, that would be so tragic.
Poor Tagok.
Portable bonfire.
Yeah.
You just gotta make her scream.
Nice. Nice.
Ah!
Yeah. Just make her scream.
Just gotta make her angry.
Yeah.
Or feel emotions.
And then just vroom.
But, now you are on the road and heading southward. Towards, Salmonax. And Foxshaw.
Yeah. Wait, will we get to see the couple? Oh, what are their names? What are their names?
The Lolas.
The Lola. Yeah.
Yes.
The
Will we
boat
get
friends.
to see them again?
Yay!
Hopefully.
God, I'm just imagining like if they expected to see us again, they would expect us to like come out of Elmlo, not the other way around.
Not
It's like,
the
wait a
other
minute,
way
but
around.
how'd you get how'd you get
How you do that?
just like looking back and forth
How
between
do-
us and the ocean?
Yeah.
How
How'd you
do
get over here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, continue, sorry.
Yeah. But, you may now take this time to, sort of chat amongst yourselves, because I quickly have to go get a packet from my porch.
Yeah.
Nah, you're
I'll
good.
get that.
You're good, you're good.
Do the thing.
Man. Hopefully we get to go by my hometown on the way there.
Yes, that would be quite nice.
Yeah. I need to visit there
Yeah.
and see my own mom.
Yeah.
It'd be a different environment.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a lot warmer. Don't really get much snow.
Hmm.
Not really.
Yes, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Tigak nods happily at the idea of no snow.
It's
But
like,
there is
yes,
gonna be a lot of water.
And it's just like, yes, warm, but water.
It's a
Warm.
swamp after all.
Yeah. Warm, yes. Water,
Get out of my swamp!
I guess.
Mm.
I'm just imagining that's like an old lady, like who lives there. It's like, everyone get out of the swamp!
Yeah.
Like an old lady, just like, you know, like, you darn kids, get off my lawn, like that sort of thing.
You
What if-
darn kids.
What if there's like a tale, like an old fairy tale that is basically Shrek?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's very
Bro, you
popular.
gotta-
It's canon now.
It's very
It's canon
popular
now.
in my swamp.
Somebody once
Once
told
told
me.
me I gotta learn down.
What the fuck are you
Yeah.
doing?
Shrek.
I thought y'all were gonna roleplay.
We did!
We did, but then we got
And then
sidetracked
they
a
got
little.
sidetracked.
God damn it. Alright.
I mean, like, we did it for most of the time.
We just got a little sidetrack. It's now canon that there's a fairy tale, there's a folk tale that is basically Shrek and is very popular in my swamp.
Alright, of course.
It's now canon.
Welcome back to Open Hearts, everyone.
And
We
we
missed
don't
y'all.
have any brain cells.
Alright, roleplay.
Yeah.
I think you guys will like my mom.
Yeah.
I hope we will.
Yeah.
If she's anything like you.
She's a lot stronger than me, that's the thing.
Alright.
I'm assuming.
Be
that,
wary of her bear hugs. Crack a rib.
I mean, you dealt with my mum's hugs.
Yeah.
If there's anything similar, I'm pretty sure that at least I can handle that.
I hope so.
Oh,
so.
dear.
Oh man. She's an amazing cook though.
Oh, yeah?
That's where I got my skills from.
I see.
Yeah. Makes a great gumbo.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, anytime there's like a big event at like the swamp where a bunch of people are gathered around, for celebration, festival, whatever, she's usually the one that's like leading the cook.
Ah.
Yeah.
You know, your mum and mine are actually quite similar, come to think of it.
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
definitely got that.
Yeah. Yeah, like, my mum, she hosts a lot of charity events, fundraisers, that
Mm.
sort of thing. And she, like, you know, she leads all of them, and more often than not, she bakes for them too, so.
Yeah.
Not to mention being very aware of crushing hugs, not wanting to make her cross, that sort of thing.
Mm.
I feel like those two would get along quite well, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh dear.
Like, one day they can meet. After all this craziness, anyways. Yeah. Back in like in my swamp, usually is like less of like the whole charity event thing where there's like an organizer, more of everyone there is just like a part of a big family and we all help each other out. So
So
it's
it would
like
make sense.
Yeah.
You're in quite a smaller community, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Pretty much every single place that we visited so far has like more people than my swamp. So
But hey, if we go there, it would be a nice change of pace from cities and whatnot.
yeah. yeah, it's a quite nice community. I just hope the kids are not just messing things up when I'm awake. I'm usually the one that's more or less taking care of them.
Oh.
Is that the right word? I'm the babysitter. Like half the time when people need to and when people need to have someone watch their kids, I'm usually the one that does it.
They'll just go to you.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
god.
And
dear.
who
Well,
babysits
anyway.
you?
Bruh.
The
Smug
babysitter
smile
needs
from Takok.
babysitting. I mean, someone has to keep you out of trouble.
I keep myself out of trouble. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
Eh.
Sure. Keep telling yourself that.
Eh. Yeah, God. Yeah, at least nobody gets hurt when I'm watching them. That's the important bit.
Yes. If they did get hit, I don't know if you would be here.
Yeah.
I may not have children, but I understand that the wrath of a parent is one that should not be messed with.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, if anyone does get hurt, is usually their own fault.
Yes, of course, they're children.
Yeah. So most parents kind of understand that, except for that one lady.
Oh.
That's the children, and to be fair, most of the adults call her the witch of the slums.
Oh. That's
Well-
interesting.
Well, we say that, the children say that, but honestly, most of the adults, instead I'm laughing at this, but they literally call her the bitch of the swamp. I am not kidding. So
What?
instead, the kids call them the witch of the swamp because curse words, but it's no, she's not
Oh,
pleasant. She is not a
stars.
pleasant person. Man.
Wait, is Eros back?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Okay, you're here. It's just like,
In
okay.
back.
You are
For some reason, my
traveling.
brain thought
Oh,
he had
God.
left again.
I'm just here.
Mm-hmm.
You all have been traveling along for a little while. And you see on the road a sign pointing in the direction you're going that says Foxshaw 4 miles.
Oh, we're going back to Foxshaw. Oh, we're headed back there. Oh man.
Woo!
I remember that place. I hope that kid, who was in that shop with his, was it his grandpa, his uncle, something like that.
Wait. I
Like the shop that we went into to do the big mirror.
Yeah, the
thingy.
mirror. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you think I remember that, you're mistaken.
I remember that.
They were
Yeah.
related.
I don't remember any
vaguely
names,
remember
but-
it.
I just walked up to that guy and just
It's like,
Said,
hey,
"Hey,
yo,
can
we
we-"
need your mirror.
we need your mirror. Can we use it?
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
we're-
hey, we're gonna borrow your mirror and trust you that you won't peer out on government secrets. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
We literally did that thing where, like, can't cops, like, commandeer a civilian's vehicle? Just come in. This is official government business. We need to.
Oh my
we need
god.
to hijack your mirror.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, my movies.
Oh my
Sunglasses
god.
and everything.
Oh my god.
FBI special agent.
FBI special agents, we need your fucking mirror.
Anyways. Not too long after you see the sign, you see Foxstraw coming into view just on the horizon.
Ooh.
We're going. We're
It's
going.
We're going.
Woo.
We're going.
Y'all just don't be saying anything.
Well, it's been 2 weeks.
We're trying.
We're a bit rusty, okay?
Oh boy. We're going.
We're going.
Yeah.
We're going.
Soon
We're
enough,
off
you
to see the
arrive
wizard.
in
Wonderful
Foxshaw.
Wizard of Oz.
The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Soon enough, you arrive in Foxshaw, and it is about noon-ish, midday. A lot of people are outside and going about their daily chores. Most of which is bringing firewood in
Yeah.
for the
We're doing coming
fireplaces.
storm.
I am kind of curious, like, how long did the remaining like trip to Salmonax take, like, from Foxshaw? It wasn't like a full day, right?
It
Or
was
A
it a
few
full
hours.
day?
It was a little less than a full day, but it was significantly increased by the incident you had on the road.
Oh yeah.
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 That whole
Yeah.
incident added a hour or so to your
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, just like, if, like, we might be able to, like, get to Salmonax
Mm-hmm.
by, like, sundown.
Yeah.
Unless something were to happen in Foxshaw.
Hmm?
Bum bum bum.
Ooh.
Cause
We don't talk about that.
is it gonna
We
be another
don't talk about
kidnapping?
that.
Who knows?
Oh boy.
Well, would you
I'm
like
not
to
gonna fucking let it.
would you like to stop it all in Foxshaw, or would you like to just pass through and head on to Salmonax?
We might be able to stop for a little. I don't know if, like, the horses could use it, but
The horses rest for
I
a
think we can
little
stop
bit.
in briefly.
Mhm.
yeah,
Take a small break.
Stop,
take a small break.
eat some pastries for lunch.
Yeah, pastries.
Yeah.
See if there's any local
lunchtime.
bakeries.
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime. Let's see what
Lunchtime.
Mom packed us.
Yeah.
You will take a pit stop at the tavern where you remember there was a little area outside where that young boy had taken care of the horses while you went inside.
Yeah.
And he's there again. He
Hey,
recognizes you
yo.
immediately and he says, "Oh, hello there. It's been quite a while. What brings you back?"
Just passing through. Heading on down to Salmonax again.
Ah, doing a round trip, I see. I'm guessing
Yes,
that
yes.
you, the horses need to take a little break.
Yes.
Rightio then. I'll get some feed for them and all that. And he
Thank you.
gives you a thumbs up and then runs off.
Yeah.
Get the feed for the
Yeah.
horses.
Woo.
In the
Just
meantime,
burst in and just like, Mom, the magic party is back and they've doubled in size.
they're back. They're back. They're back.
They're back.
They're
They're
back and there's more of them.
What do you mean there's more of them?
Yeah, more horses.
More of them.
More horses, Mom. More horses.
More horses, more people.
Oh.
But now you can check and see what you've been packed by
Yay.
Mrs. Gwendolyn Brightwood for lunch.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You open up the big wicker basket that's a little square shaped. And you see in it that there are lots of preserves and a couple loaves of bread that are wrapped up.
Oh yeah.
There's fruits,
Mm.
little satchels of different nuts. There is a little jar of butter, even.
Mom.
Yay.
spoiling
Miss
us.
Brightwood.
And there are also some
We be getting the food.
dried meats and cured things.
Mom.
And then, of course, the other basket full of pastries.
Yeah.
Yo.
Hell yeah.
Time to chow down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Time to eat. Time to eat. Time to eat.
Let's just vibe and have good food time.
Ah, thank you, Mom.
You're welcome. In the distance, a voice upon the wind.
A voice upon the wind that speaks.
Voice upon the wind.
You're welcome.
Mm.
Gwendolyn Brightwood,
Ooh.
you are a treasure. No, Sarzan!
Oh. Oh, Ashi, where'd she go?
She may not be feeling well and had to step away, but
Yeah.
True. Hope you get better, hon.
Yeah.
But,
Zarzoth isn't feeling so hot today.
yeah,
Hey.
bad ear infection. But
Yeah.
while you're sort of like sitting outside near the carriage, you hear a small group of young people coming, like teenagers and prepubescent.
Oh,
Some younger
okay.
Mm.
children.
Boy.
They're chattering amongst themselves, and they seem excited about something. Would anybody like to roll a perception check to see if they can listen in on what the kids are talking about?
Yeah. All right.
Totally.
Absolutely. Where did my D20 go? I'll just grab this one. You said it was perception?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, would a passive perception of 17 work?
If you're actively trying to listen in, then it's active perception. Passive, I mean, can work if you're just like passing by and you just hear something, but I don't have that great passive perception, so I'm just gonna roll.
I just
Helena?
rolled anyway.
Helena, I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
think I might roll
say-
anyway.
yeah, just roll.
Oh, it does work?
No, it does
Just
not.
roll?
I was
Okay.
gonna say it doesn't.
Alright. Okay,
Damn
alright.
it.
No, just roll.
Ooh. Okay.
I got 4.
I dropped my phone.
Oof.
Oh, it's still a 17 anyway.
Well,
15 base plus 2.
Total of 16.
Nice.
I rolled an 11 and I have a +5.
Oh, dang! I didn't know your perception bonus was that good.
Yeah, I've got a good perception.
Dang. Okay.
What was the total again?
I
Total
got
16.
yeah, and I got a total of 17.
And Colbert, you got a 4.
4.
He's too
4.
busy
He's just excited to
Más
see
tengo
his
un
mom.
4.
He's too
He's
busy
not really paying
munching.
attention. He's too excited to see his mom.
And Ethan, did you want to roll?
I did not roll that.
Okay.
I don't think Fen
Would want to listen.
would
in.
honestly care all that much.
Yeah, doesn't
Too
care
focused
about
on
the
food.
children. Ben thoroughly
Food is
enjoys the jelly.
priority.
Oh, definitely.
Loving some jelly.
Absolutely.
But
Confused by the texture.
so
But loves the
Kalina,
taste.
you hear the kids, like, of course, they're chattering amongst themselves and they're very excited about something. You hear just a snippet of one of them say, "I can't believe that he's been spotted again. That's crazy."
Hmm?
And you hear another child say, "Oh, come on, you don't honestly believe that that's real? It's obviously fake. They're just trying to get a stir." And Tagok, you are able to hear another kid say, "Yeah, it's very unlikely that both Mr. Fox and the seer are both seen at similar times in the same continent, same area. That's absurd."
The
Seer.
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 Another myth, perhaps.
That's a new one. That's a new cryptid.
Hmm.
New cryptid.
Hell yeah.
New cryptid discovered.
Hell yeah.
Collect them all.
As they get closer, you can all hear them now. And one of the kids says, "Well, who's to say? I mean, for all we know, they're in cahoots together." There's a little cacophony of "ooh, yeah, maybe." Ooh. You know how kids are, like, ooh.
Yeah, just like ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
One of
Yeah,
the
but who's
smaller
the
children
seer?
One of the smaller children says, "That would be absolutely wicked. Paired together, the two of them would be an unstoppable duo." As you see the kid kind of like doing superhero air punches.
Oh yeah.
like, kicks at the air.
Aw.
Yeah.
Aw.
One of the older
Do
kids
kid thing.
nods wisely and says, "Absolutely. Though, I think that there is much more going on with them. I don't think they're as secrety as everybody makes them out to be. I think they're secret operatives."
Yeah. You got it.
A couple of kids mumble in agreement and go, "Oh, yeah, no. Secret operatives, yeah."
Secret operatives.
And then one of the other younger kids then sort of pipes up and says, "I haven't heard much about the seer. What's his whole deal?" And then a slightly older girl, she's carrying a couple books. She pipes up and says, "The seer is a myth, basically. We don't know if he actually exists. It's said that he is a blind man that sees not through his eyes, but through sensing auras of people around him." And a couple of kids nod, and the younger one goes, "Ooh."
Ooh. Mystic powers.
As they continue talking, they start drifting further and further away from the group, and it gets harder to hear as they are now not as loud and boisterous.
Yeah.
Daredevil.
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 Do you not know who that is?
Daredevil.
I don't superheroes.
Oh,
Yeah, me
Daredevil.
neither.
it's a
Blind lawyer
superhero
that can
who's
echolocate.
completely
basically it is.
blind but can sense things around him and
Pure
use like
echolocation.
echolocation to actually like see.
Nice.
Interesting.
It's
Pretty
Marvel.
interesting.
Yeah,
He
he's
appeared
really
in,
cool.
in She-Hulk.
And apparently he's like in the comics he's also kind of a man whore apparently.
Good for him. Good
Also,
for
I
him.
think he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
this is how I this is what I know about him.
Yes.
I watched a bit of Daredevil and I saw him in She-Hulk. That's
Yes, but all of you hear the kids talking about Mr. Fox and the Seer both being spotted in the area.
Huh.
Mm.
Interesting.
Now, you've, Colbert and Fen, you've already met Mr. Fox, but you don't know anything about the Seer.
Mm.
No, I'm pretty sure I didn't hear any of that because it got 4.
You didn't hear anything until they got close enough for all of you to hear.
Your brain is a little full of that jelly that Gwen Gwen packed
Jelly
up.
brain.
Jelly brain.
Jelly
Jelly
brain.
Wow. They'd be eating them jellies.
Is blueberry.
Jellies, pickles, marmalade.
No pickles for Colbert though.
Cool.
No pickles for Colbert? Why? Why no pickles for the fish?
Oh,
It's because I don't like pickles.
Does Colbert not like pickles? Ah, yes,
I have no
jelly.
idea.
Jelly on the
oh
brain.
jelly.
Jelly cat.
Jelly.
Angelical
Jelly.
cat.
Jelly cat.
Angelical cat.
I was saying Jellicle because
Ah.
cats, the movie, they're called Jellicles.
Jellicle.
Jellicle cat.
I have a
Jellicle.
7 to pickle liking, so it's like I'll eat it, but it's not my first choice.
These are some
Did you
decent
roll
pickles.
for it?
Rolls to see if he likes pickles. That's what Colbert does.
Roll for
pickles.
pickles.
Yeah,
That's what Colbert
'Cause-
does.
and I
Rolls
got
to see if
7,
He
so-
likes foods or smells.
Huh.
Yeah.
that's why Colbert
He
doesn't
doesn't
like
like the
cinnamon
smell of
because
Yeah.
I roll really fucking low.
Cinnamon.
Yeah.
I don't know, he doesn't like it, I guess. I rolled low on that one.
Rolo. But
I think Kalina's gonna like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
nothing. You go ahead.
Okay. I think Kalina like she's gonna kind of jokingly ask like, cause like you know she heard like the kids like talking about like Mr. Fox and just kind of look at Fen and Colbert and just kind of jokingly ask, "Didn't you see Mr. Fox just the other day?"
Yeah, pretty much ran into
Like
him.
with like a joking smile, just like, "Oh, I didn't really like."
Not truly expecting them to.
Oh, wow. Didn't you run into him the other day?
Yeah. Didn't you see
Yeah, we're
the
like
did
poking
that.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
Fen, mouthful of
Face them
food.
for a
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But this is having to do with the fact that I'm dead tired today, so
Yeah,
even though I
Yeah,
just
Beppy.
slept today.
we all be tired as fuck. But yeah. You did in fact. But yeah.
Kalina, like, she doesn't really pay any mind to that and just more like kind of joking, just like, well, if you did, maybe you can find him again.
I mean,
I'll pick you up on that.
I know what he smells like.
Nobody I know what he smells like.
That sounds really weird. In the dog sort of sense.
No, I understand. The Fen
The
smell.
I can become like
I get it, but
obsessed.
it's still funny.
It's a weird sentence to say, and my brain didn't process it until I said it.
No,
and I
it's
was
something that
oh.
Fen would say. That's the
But
thing.
It's perfect. It's a perfect
It's
Fen
something
quote.
that Fen would say.
Perfect.
I know what he smells
Yeah,
like.
it just straight up just says, "Well, I know what he smells like."
And Kalina just kind of, like, as she hears that, she just kind of blinks at Fen and just shrugs it off, just like, well, if what those children said were true and he's in the area, maybe you can go on a bit of a hunt. Have your fun, you know?
Work, work.
And who knows, maybe you'll see
Hmm.
that Sia fellow as well. I've heard quite a few stories about him.
Do I know any of them?
No, you do not know him. He's a bit of a, like, more upper class people talk about him, and then it, like, trickles down.
He's an upper class cryptid. Is that what he
He's
is?
an upper class.
Upper class.
Yeah.
cryptid.
Damn.
Mostly
cryptid.
because he is, the few people who have claimed to meet him have said that he is a very wise, scholar.
Mm.
And Cobra would say, "Yeah, who is the seer guy?"
Well, he is supposed to be a very wise scholar. And he's blind, but he can sense others' auras in order to get around. That's how he sees, in a sense. Do I know anything else?
No. Mostly because Gwen doesn't really talk all that much about, myths and things. She doesn't really play
She's just
into
like,
that.
no.
Whatever. So, you and
Doesn't really
you
believe
and
in
your
that sort of
siblings
thing.
aren't really told much about these cryptids. But
We weren't told much about the cryptids as
Clement, on
kids.
the other hand, Clement says,
Clement, though!
well, aside from seeing the auras of people, it is rumored that he can actually sense the auras of other things, like plants and other living organisms around us. Not just sentient people. It is said that, of course, everything in the universe has energy that it expels, and it is said that he can sense it, and though he can't see, he creates basically a replica of the world around him inside his head.
That's really cool. Wow.
Clement nods, and he says, I've heard through the grapevine that he supposedly is a devout worshipper of Verbena.
Mm.
Maybe they have some information. Maybe we can ask them for some info. And then that can help us with our mission.
Kalina, like, she can't help but kind of snort at that. She knows that Colbart is being serious, but she can't help it.
It's like you're a kid asking for Santa.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Well, we literally saw the fox guy. Real chance it's
Correction,
real.
you and Fen did.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't believe you, but you were both very tired by the time we got to the estate.
Because we chased after the guy.
Not even that. We spent quite a lot of time traveling that day.
Sure. And the world's full of serpent gods and other things. That's the thing that you don't believe.
Fuck, work.
He's got a point.
My audio wasn't picking up.
Oh no.
Ah!
Oh no.
Repeat.
Oh.
Just repeat it.
Yeah. And Kalena's just like, what? I wasn't really raised with this sort of thing. My mom never believed in it. My dad never really believed in those stories either. Just passed it on to the family, I guess. I'm not saying that they aren't real. I'm just saying that I don't have a reason to believe so. Not yet, anyway. They don't exactly leave an imprint, physically anyway. Unlike the gods.
Clement, you hear Clement sort of mumble under his breath. He says, "We live in a nation that has propaganda against one of the main gods. Simply because of
Kalena just
petty marital dramas."
Kalena just hears that, just like, alright, you're right about that. Apologies.
Also, what about Lumen?
Sorry, could you repeat that? My brain did not.
What about Lumen?
Kalena
was-
just.
The only thing that was his, I don't know, written down was those pictures and like the whole legend thing of like the Brightwood family consuming something to gain more strength. Yeah, Lumen still existed, and it was wildly inaccurate. Who knows? Could be anything. Could be real.
Kalena just shrugs because she's just too tired to deal with. She's too tired to deal with Colbart's shit. Right now, she just wants to enjoy her pastries in peace.
Pastries.
Because dang it, Mama's baked goods are the best.
Okay, I'm just. Ooh, Audrey's message. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Argued with my mom about whether you should frizz your chicken. I was saying you shouldn't. Went to the State Department of Health to prove her ass wrong. Ah, god. Please don't wash your chicken.
Why would you... Like, bro, I don't even know how to cook, okay? And I know that you're not supposed to do that.
Why
Just-
aren't you supposed to do that?
It just feels wrong.
I genuinely don't know.
One of the main reasons is because like it puts a ton of bacteria into your like kitchen. Like washing it takes the bacteria that's on the chicken and puts it literally
Oh.
everywhere else. Like unless your
That
chicken
makes sense.
has like something on it, like there's a lot of blood or something, you really shouldn't be washing your chicken.
Okay.
This has been a PSA.
Like, we
Don't
never
wash
do.
your
I was just
chicken.
wondering why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you
we
are
don't. I just didn't know that there was like, a
unless you
reason
are
behind it.
cleaning like somebody who has like very bad germophobia, do not wash your chicken. you need to clean so fucking harshly to get rid of all of that chicken juice.
The more you know.
Yeah.
PSA over.
Source, I went to culinary school. So,
All right.
anyways. Jesus. Looking chicken. But, yeah. Y'all continue eating your lunch. And, at one, like, a little bit after, Clement sort of leans to you, Colbert, and is like, it's alright, Colbert. If we do meet Viscia, we'll talk to him, obviously. And he gives you a reassuring pat on the shoulder. He's like,
Alright.
I'm not discrediting you, buddy. But
He's like,
Thanks,
don't get
Clement.
angry at Kalina.
Yes. You finish up with lunch, and, the horses are pretty well rested now. They've gotten... They've been fed, and, loved upon by the stable boy.
Yeah.
And now, if you want, you are all ready to head out of Foxshaw.
Yeah. You know, it makes sense that Mr. Fox would be spotted in Foxshaw. He's just like,
Wouldn't that be fucking
like
hilarious?
I'm just imagining just like him in the steer, but like Fox, Mr. Fox is just like at the sign to say, like it's me.
I can imagine the exact cheeky face.
Yeah, just a little fox
Yeah.
grin, just like. Anyway.
But yeah, are y'all wanting to head out of Foxshaw and head southward towards Salmonax now?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe we'll meet someone on the road. Who knows?
Yay.
Oh boy.
Not another road encounter. We've had too many.
You all continue down the south road with full tummies and all toasty now, of course, because
Yeah.
always nice and warm after you
Yeah.
eat a good meal.
Yeah.
And as you pass through the plains area where you had initially come into contact with Nyoka, you can feel the sharp winds that are whipping around the rocks and across the flat expanse. And it's
Blackness.
causing
Well, this feels
the-
familiar.
It's causing
Oh,
the
boy.
carriage to rattle a little bit
Oh dear.
with how strong the wind
Damn it.
is. Just a little.
Hmm.
Not enough to cause any damage or for anything to fall over, but just enough to make you a little bit wary.
Mm-hmm.
Tagog's at driving the carriage, and she just kind of mutters, "Huh, feels like we've been here."
Windy. Real windy.
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 Yeah, wind.
It do be windy though.
It do be windy.
Sorry, I'm just
need to
like
find-
trying to do something. I'm trying to get the
No, good.
chat bot to leave.
Now you're good. Yeah. The the St. Jude thing has finished.
Yeah.
It has ceased. That's a good photo. That's a good
There
one.
we go. It's gone.
Yay!
Fucking
We still
go.
love you, St. Jude's.
Love you. The
Love you.
it's just nobody ever wants to donate on my stream. Anyways, so you pass by a fork in the road that you hadn't really taken notice to the first time you had gone by, simply because you were a little rattled from your experience with
Yeah.
the lone archer.
Yeah.
And
Who's now a total sweetheart.
yes, it points off towards the west, and it says swamp. Now, Colbert, I don't think you've ever told us the name of the swamp. Would you like me to name it?
Yes. Yes.
Fantasy name generator.
I was like, that sounds like
Fantasy
you've
name
never thought of a name
generator.
for the swamp.
So,
Or you
the
could just rearrange the letters. Plasm.
the sign says, the one that's pointing forward down the road towards Salmonax, of course, says Salmonax, and the one pointing out towards the west says fuck, shut up Blossom, shut up. It's so stupid. It's so dumb.
It's funny though.
The Salmon Rapid Swamp.
Salmon Rapids swamp.
Yes.
Alright.
Are there salmon?
Yes, this river is known for its salmon. Indeed.
Is it now?
I'm an axe.
Damn, that.
Boy.
Who'd have fucking thought that that's why there's multiple towns and places along this fucking river called Salmon something? Salmon.
Wait, has that actually been a
Rapids
thing and I just haven't noticed?
Yes. Yes,
Oh.
that's a thing. That's a thing, honey. When the salmon are here.
Salmon.
The salmon.
Although it could be very much about the fish people.
Yes.
Even if there are no salmon, there are fish people that some of them do look like salmon.
The salmon family.
Oh. Can you tell also my brain is completely empty right now, so
Yeah, no thoughts, head empty.
I'm
It's
just
okay.
curled up under my blanket.
No thoughts, head empty.
A good place to be.
Yes, I am embracing my inner Fen right now of definite no thoughts head empty.
Method acting.
Method
Yeah.
acting.
But, yes.
It's totally my intent.
You all see the sign pointing off towards the Salmon Rapid Swamp. And Colbert, you get excited. It's home. Home's that way. Home's that way.
I point out that. Oh, hey, that's direction to my home.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Salmon Rapids swamps.
Well, you did want to see your mom.
That's true.
Shall we take a stop there?
Yeah, if we have time, definitely.
Well, she kind of looks around to everyone in the group. Are we all alright with that?
Sounds fine to me.
Clement nods. And Shatu
Mhm.
gives a thumbs up with his mitten.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gwen made sure he was all bundled up.
Yeah.
And he can't put his arms down.
Oh boy.
But yeah, everybody is in
Mhm.
agreement that we're gonna head off towards the Salmon Rapids.
Woo!
Woo!
Time
Woo.
to go visit the swamp.
Time to go meet Fish Mom.
Yay!
Whoa.
I'm sorry, the me theme started playing. Forgot to put that in here. Anyways.
But the path to the Salmon Rapids, it's about 3 miles down the road, opposed to the 1.5 miles straight to Salmonax from the sign.
Yeah.
Blossom.
Blossom.
A blossom.
Blossom.
A blossom.
Bruh.
Poor
You're
Jade.
welcome.
Jade is so confused.
I
Did I
bet
make a reference without realizing it? I guess you did.
I bet some
I'm
of the
so
children there just call it Blossom
Okay.
Blossom.
because they
I
saw
just-
possum.
I just rearranged the letters.
It's amazing.
For context, chat,
She made a meme.
Blossom.
made a meme.
Made a meme.
Blossom.
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 It's so good.
That's what the children call the
Blossom.
possums here.
Yep.
Oh, it's
So many
good.
blossoms.
Blossom.
So many blossoms.
Blossom.
Blossom.
Blossoms.
Blossom.
Awesome.
Blossom.
That's something on the fridge.
As you all continue down the road, you start
Blossom on
the
the road.
there's not a blossom on the road. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Blossom.
So many possibilities.
Please. The trees start to disperse as you had gone through a little bit of a wooded area. They start to disperse, and you can see that the land ahead of you is becoming much more squishy, marshy,
Squishy.
Squish, squish.
squish, squish, and
Squish.
that the path is becoming a little thinner. It's not as big as the main road, simply because, well, erosion has made it so the path is a little more narrow, and everything else is a little bit squishy and not ideal for the horses to be walking in.
No.
Yeah.
I bet there's gotta be a place around here that we could put the horses.
Yeah.
Horses can actually walk pretty okay.
At some
Heard.
point, it's gonna be more water than land, though.
Yeah.
They can also walk in water. Like,
Yeah.
they can walk through rivers.
This is like marshy mud. Mud is not
Basic.
good to walk in. All I can
I
think
mean,
about
yeah.
all I can think about is the never-ending story where the horse gets
Oh, yeah.
absorbed by the marsh.
Nope.
Yeah,
It's
marshy
always traumatizing.
would be, depending on just how marshy.
Yeah,
So,
but
this is your daily horse fact, given by
It's like I imagine
connected
the
it out of the
swamp.
brain.
I imagine the swamp, like there are parts of it where it's easier to just travel by boats or through swimming, since a lot of people here, fish people.
Fulbart, you do
That's the
know
part,
that
though.
this particular path, even though this is not a path that you usually take out of the rapids. This one, there is a little pit stop about halfway through the swamp where people leave their horses at a stable that has been built on a patch of drier land, and then they catch a little rowboat over into the towns.
Yeah. There you go.
And it's one of the more booming businesses that younger adults and teens who are still trying to figure out what they want to do. They get part-time jobs rowing boats for people.
Mm-hmm.
Taxi.
Taxi.
Taxi boat.
See.
Taxi.
Do you relay this information to the rest of the party, Colbert?
Yes, I do. I say, I'm pretty sure there's a place up ahead that we can keep our horses there. Cause, trust me, the horses will not suit well to walking around the very muddy ground, or just in general. There's my fear is that there's just a lot of mud that the horses they get stuck in. So there's a taxi service up ahead.
Yes. Oh, wait. Taxi?
Yeah, taxi boats. That's kind of like
Oh, okay.
one of those starter jobs that a bunch of people get around here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see. Well, if there's a place for the horses and the carriage, then I wouldn't be opposed to keeping them there for the night anyway, as long as they're warm.
They should. It's one of those businesses that really started booming,
Ah.
and so I'm pretty sure that they have a good quality care. Yeah. Even though I never used it, because I travel by boat mostly, I have heard some good things about them.
Y'all are freaking out because of the weird spelling of taxi.
Like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just like,
I'm not
Just
freaking out.
because.
I think it's
It's
funny.
so
I think
weird.
it's
It's
only
not
Ethan
funny
that's
as
freaking
Plasm,
out.
but still.
Ethan
I
is so
get it.
Not as
confused.
funny as Plasm.
I'm just like, everything is spelled so weird in this universe. So I'm just
That's
like,
D&D in general. That's any
Yeah, that's
fantasy.
just
Yeah, I
D&D
know,
in
in
general.
general.
That's just that's
No.
just fantasy and sci-fi.
That's just
Yeah.
in
English in
general.
general.
I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, my brain sees one thing,
Shit,
and
you're
then
right.
like, fucking like Kate. Like my brain spelled that, and then when I finally learned how it's spelled, I was like, what? What?
Taxi boat.
I still
Taxi
write
boat.
Kane wrong.
You're just bothering my brain with the spelling.
Yeah.
Like I get it, but my brain is just like, no. I'm too tired. Apparently. Okay. Or continue on.
Alright, but you can actually see like the sort of hazy silhouettes of the stables and the little pit stop buildings that are just up ahead. And you can see a couple of little lamp posts that have been put into the ground with little oil lamps that light the way right
Mhm.
into the stables.
Great. All right, that's the place.
Right then?
Yeah, we could drop off our horses over there.
Ready?
No, I
As-
don't want to open Steam. I wanted to click on Discord.
As you
Oh no.
trot into town, you see a younger man that is similar to Colbart, because obviously the Fish Boys.
Fish.
The Fish Boys. And
Yes.
he is colored, his scale patterns are sort of deep oranges, reds, and browns. And he's wearing some thicker clothes, and he's got mittens on, and he's rubbing them together.
Oh.
He,
Cool.
he looks a little bit grumpy, but when he sees the group approaching, he perks up a little bit, like, ooh, business.
It's like finally customers.
And a lot of them.
Yay, something to do.
Yes, my paycheck, it's here.
My paycheck.
Their
The
paycheck
paycheck.
is here.
The paycheck arrived.
Oh.
As you approach, he
Right.
says, hello there, travelers. I'm assuming that you want to boat across to one of the towns?
Yes.
Alrighty then. Which town are you visiting?
And the
Culvert, you
Salmon
Everyone
Rapids
looks
swamp.
like Colbert.
Gilbert. I was like, well, come on, you know that.
When you
like,
have
know
to
around
remember
here.
where you live.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the Salmon Rapids swamp, right?
That's the name of the whole swamp.
As a whole, the whole swamp.
Uh-huh.
You gotta come
He has
up
to
with
come
a
up with
name.
another name.
Just one,
Yes.
just one name, buddy. You got it.
Oh,
Still
you
a
can do
bit.
it. You can do it, buddy.
Let's go with Sandia
Plaza
then.
still available.
Go with Sandia.
Sandia,
Yeah, Sandia.
right? You tell the kid, and he says, "Oh, Sandia." And he points at you, Colbert, and he says, "Are you from there?"
Yep, born and raised.
No shit. Who's your mum? Might know her.
Oh.
Another name.
I'm torturing him.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Torture him.
Another one.
Torture him.
Another one.
Torture
Catherine.
him.
Just call her Maria then.
Jezebel.
What? I'm sorry?
Maria.
Maria?
Yeah.
And he says,
I default to Spanish.
yes, of course. Maria. He's
Maria.
like, oh, yeah. Didn't you leave like a month or so back or some shit?
Yeah, I did. I went to travel with these guys.
Oh. She keeps talking about you. She's been worried sick, of course.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was time to come back to visit for a bit. I still have some more business to do, but I can't, go off forever. Leave her worried.
He nods understandingly and he says, well, she'll surely be happy to see you. Now, let's get this all squared away. And he sort of, like, ushers you guys to come along and he's like, alright, we just need to step into the office for a quick sec.
Yeah, no problem.
And he ushers you all along into the little office next to the stables.
Business.
And he walks in. A little bell chimes as the door opens, and he says, we got a big group here. And
Woo!
a middle-aged looking man at the desk looks up and pushes his glasses further onto his nose, and he says, oh, that's wonderful. And he says, yep, they are traveling to... oh god, I already forgot name.
Sandia.
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 They're traveling to Sandia. And he nods and says, alright, how many horses? And then the kid counts off on his fingers. And he has a little bit of trouble. Like,
Oh.
And then he looks out the window and he's like, 1, 2. And then he's like, oh, let me just count the people in here.
Well,
I mean, we got the cart.
Yeah.
We also have one more we also technically have one temporary horse.
Yeah.
We have a temp horse who is currently a fen.
Yeah.
of course.
A temporary horse.
Yeah. I'm assuming that Fen is not horse right now and is with the group. Or
Yeah,
like just
fen is not horse right
Yeah.
now.
Good.
I'm just
got
like,
Colbert's
oh, it's
horse.
technically a temporary horse. But no,
I-
fen is not.
I'm struggling to remember how many horses there are.
I don't even know.
We got Grape, we got Cherry, we
Grape.
got Indigo, we got Daisy.
Easy.
Slep
We have Slep.
And Slep, yes.
and
Sleipnir.
then Slep, and then we also have Sarzos
The cart.
horse. And
Oh, yeah.
cart. And
So
after
6 horses
and a cart.
plus 1 cart.
And
Wait,
after
so whose horse is who? Because we also have Clement's horse?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Clemens
Cherry.
is Cherry.
Yeah, that's Cherry.
we counted
Yeah.
Cherry.
Okay. What's your horse then?
Right.
Foxy, not you.
Indigo.
Kleina's horse.
Indigo.
Oh yeah, Indy. Okay. Okay. Right. It's just. Yeah. Never mind. My six or six. Or I don't know. Sorry.
It's okay. But
Nah, you're good. It's been a bit.
the kid after taking a little bit to count, he says it is 6 horses and 1 cart. The man nods and writes it down in his book and then says, alrighty, I'm gonna make you do the math on this one. Tell me how much that would cost them. And the kid
Oh.
and starts scratching the back of his head, and he's like, oh, I know that it's 10 for a cart and 5 per horse, so 6 times 5 would be 30,
I think Kalina's
And
just like also
then-
looking at him, just like, come on, you got this, dude.
and then another 10 would be 40 gold. And he like snaps and points at him. He's like, 40 gold. The man nods
He
and
did
smiles and
it.
says, good job, you're learning very well.
Yay!
The math.
You did the math.
You did
You
the math.
did
He beams a little bit and
Yay.
smiles and says, thank you, sir.
it. He did the math. He's so proud of himself.
So it's gonna cost you 40 gold to house the horses here. And just until you come back.
Yeah.
And of course that price also covers the actual boat ride.
Yeah. It's good.
Great. Alright, who's paying for that? Go pitch in.
All I know is that I don't have enough money on me right now to do that.
I got
I
30.
have no money whatsoever.
I have 30 gold.
Me neither.
I have 29 gold.
Can we not have enough gold?
I have none.
Clement
Fen has
sighs.
never had
Did
money.
we split it?
Clement
Didn't we
sighs.
take out pay?
What?
Tagok, you should have picked up your paycheck when we were at the Brightwood Manor.
Oh
so
yeah, you're supposed to. I mean, like,
Oh,
oh
I
no,
don't remember shit.
oh no. I mean, it's been 2 weeks, so
You have picked up your check. You just forgot to,
We can.
add
you
it.
forgot to cash it in.
Cash in.
I don't remember
Cash
what
in.
it was.
I'm
Trying to look back in my notes.
gonna pull up your
Fen still
thing.
has just no money. Fen has just never had money.
I have a
Fen still doesn't
spreadsheet about
show
your
no
back to my
paycheck.
notes.
That also
Tagok.
probably doesn't really know what money is right now.
Tagok,
Does
your
he
pay is
possibly
350 GP.
Okay.
Yay!
Spend time.
Monthly salary. Alright. So, while you're all like deliberating over who has what money, Tagok just not Tagok, Clement. Clement just sighs, walks up to the counter and hands over the 40. And then he leaves a 5 gold tip
Oh,
Hell yeah.
in the tip jar.
yay. Just like for the trouble. It's a lot of horses, especially. Grape is a lot.
Grape is a lot.
Grape is a
Grape
lot.
is a lot.
Grape,
Grape is a lot. He's my boy.
Grape,
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 grape, grape,
Grape.
grape, grape, grape,
Grape.
grape.
Yeah.
Grape.
Good boy.
And just keeps side eyeing
man.
him, just like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired.
Tired.
Like, I am
so tired.
Fen tries to be very patient with animals, but this one animal, Fen is just like, I am tired of your
Grape
shit.
is one exception.
Grape.
Yeah, Fen is like, I am tired of your shit, Grape. I don't want to deal with this right now.
Grape, shut the fuck up. But after Clement hands over the bill, the young man says, "All right, I'm gonna give you all the opportunity to grab whatever you need from your saddlebags and the cart, and then I'm gonna get the taxi ready for you, and just get on whenever you're ready."
All right, thank you.
He gives you a thumbs up and then runs out the door.
Nice kid.
Yes, quite.
The man at the front counter says, "He's a handful, but he's got a good heart."
Sounds like someone I know. And she looks and she glances over to Colbart.
What?
Well, the old man is continuing to write down in his logs, and he says, his parents have quite a few other children, so his schooling has kind of been neglected. So I've been taking it upon myself to do whatever I can to help him as his employer.
Oh, it's very sweet of you.
That's real nice.
I try to
That's-
be as good to my employees as I possibly can. It keeps them coming back. If you mistreat your
Yeah.
employees, you're not going to have any.
Yeah, that's very true.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Bezos.
Treat your
Bezos.
employees well. Treat your employees well, bitch.
Because they're fucking people.
So, are you guys going to head off to your cart and gather your stuffs you need from there?
Yep.
Mostly the food.
Yes.
Yes, but get the food.
Food and
Get
blankets.
the food.
Food and
Mostly
blankies.
Food and
blankets.
blankies.
Bundle up on that chilly boat ride.
Yeah. A little chilly and it's very windy.
Wind.
Very windy.
They're wind.
After you gather up your things, you head over to the little dock, and you see that there is a pretty big wooden boat. And there are 4 about teenagers standing in it, all holding long oars that they have in the water. And the boy from earlier comes over to the side of the boat where the dock is and puts one foot on the dock to sort of stabilize and offers a hand to whoever is the closest to help you into the boat.
Yay. Kalina steps onto the boat. She's probably used to this with like carriages and shit, come to think of it.
Yeah.
Like, you got like the little servant and whatnot, just like, allow me to help you up, milady.
Yes.
Elegance and class.
Do we have to roll?
No, you do not have to roll.
Chachi might though.
No.
Last time he tried to get on a
It's
boat.
so mean.
Should we roll?
If you want
Poor
to.
boy.
Oh, well, let's see. That'd be.
Oh no.
So,
I'm not gonna try it.
I just
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
doing that
going to
either.
for fun.
I just want to
Would
put
they
the
be?
fish that this kid looks like.
Wait, what is that?
Fish.
The tiger trout.
Be
Fish.
dexterity,
Yeah.
saving throw, or just dex throw?
Just X. Tiger trout.
Out of 10. Got a total of 10.
Alright, right in the middle.
Fen is also tired, I think.
Yeah. Sleepy Fen.
A little bit sleepy.
So,
His brain is a little full of all the bread, the
jam.
jelly.
And also probably just had a little nap while they were traveling, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
still kind of fully waking up from that.
Not
the back
fully
of a horse.
coherent.
Like when your parents, like when you were a kid and you were on a long trip in a car and they woke you up in the car and then they have to get you out, so you're kind of stumbling around in the parking lot at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, good times.
Your ass in sleep.
The slept was the one that woke Fen up. Just looked back at Fen and just started to nip at his leg. 'Cause horses can do that while you're on them. Real fun.
I think you were speaking from experience on that one.
When they
Don't say.
But
I rode a
Fen?
pony. They're
Yeah.
some of the most annoying types of horses to ride.
Oh jeez. Fen,
Bastards.
you get down onto the boat, at the same time as somebody else deciding that you don't really need help. You don't need somebody to hold your hand while you're getting into the boat. The boat rocks a little bit, and you sort of try to stabilize yourself to not fall backwards, but you fall forward
The arm
into the
circle.
boat and hit
Ugh.
your head on one of the benches.
Oh.
Just your head hits the wooden board. Just clunk.
Oh.
It's gonna lay there. Just gonna
Bonk.
it's gonna accept my circumstance. I'm just gonna lay there. Just gonna be like, okay, this is how I'm on a boat, apparently.
This is how we do boat things.
Freya hops onto the boat
Oh.
after you, and
Has Ben ever been on a boat?
I mean, we
Have we
met
been
you
on
on the
boat?
boat.
not on a small boat like
Oh
this.
yeah. Ben is not on a small boat, but Ben has been on a big boat.
Yeah. A
Ben
ship,
has been on a
rather.
big boat.
Not a
Yeah.
not a wee boat, but a ship. But
It's a big boat.
big boat. Very different.
Big boat.
Freya hops onto the boat after you and takes the blanket that they were holding in their arms and sort of just places it over top of you and pats you on your side since you're just kind of laying there. It's like, it's okay. Oh no.
Does Kalita just see this? Like, she already on the boat when this happens?
Yeah. You hear a thud and you turn around a little bit to see Fen just kind of on the floor of the boat.
Oh, Fen. You alright?
Mm.
Oh. Are you just gonna stay there?
Mm.
Oh dear.
Everybody else gets on the boat and kind of steps around Fen,
Yeah, I was
allowing
about
Fen
to-
room to lay on the floor.
Yeah. This is
One of
just how
the
it be.
one of the rower boys points at Fen and says, "Are they all right?"
Yes, he should be.
Mm. You
Alrighty.
hear a sound coming from under the blanket.
Mrrr.
Mm.
Comfy. Warm blanket.
Just like the dog kind of sound of like when you're trying to get them up and they're like, no,
Mm.
I don't want to get up. I just want to lay here.
Oh yeah.
That kind of
yup.
sound of just like, not like a growl, but just like,
Like when you and your dog, or like when you and your dog are on the ground and you have to get up and they don't want
Yeah.
you to move.
Yeah.
that like not a growl, just kind of like,
Yeah, just like
Yes, that is the sound that is coming from Fen right now.
Grunt.
Yeah.
Grunting.
Oh.
Oh.
Uh,
But the kid sort of shrugs it off, and once you are all on the boat, the four oar boys push you off from the dock and start maneuvering you through the maze-like swamp. It is
Yay.
extremely quiet and a little bit foggy in the swamp. Mostly the only thing you can hear are the sounds of different bugs, though not a lot because it's wintertime, and the occasional sound of a turtle or a fish splashing, or a frog croaking.
Alas, just a frog croaking into the night. Unloved and unfucked.
Unloved, unfucked.
That quote will live in infamy.
Cheers.
It's him, the frog.
But you all are fairly thankful for the blankets that you brought because it's getting real fucking chilly as it's starting to get later into the day, and you can see the slight glow of the afternoon sun as it is beginning to set, and it's starting to turn the sky different colors.
Pretty sunset.
Pretty.
Pretty sky.
Pretty.
Pretty sky.
Colbert, you can tell that even through the fog, you are about 20 minutes away from the town. And I'm never
I'm just
gonna
sitting
actually.
back and relaxing.
never
It's been a
gonna
while
actually
since,
remember the name.
since I've been on the boat.
Colbert, give me the spelling of the town name so I can write it down in my little book. Okay. My brain is off.
Oh.
Mm.
Ben, your face is still on the floor of the boat. And
Why are you making me do things?
and you hear a little croaking sound right next to your head.
Oh no.
Oh.
There's a frog next to me.
Open your eyes and find out.
Okay, I open my eyes. Is there a frog next to me?
Yep, there is a tiny little frog, like the size of your thumb
Frog.
small, that is about
I-
a few inches in front of your face.
Oh.
With the recent news that's been going on, can I lick it?
Oh God.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know if you guys know what I'm referencing. Have you seen those the
No.
news article?
No.
No.
What the fuck are
I
people
just
Uh,
know that you want
doing?
to lick a frog.
No, a national park has put out like a tweet or something asking people to not lick a frog that's in the park because licking the frog gives psychedelic effects.
Oh my
And so people are
God.
trying to find this frog who apparently
Like
its
the
eyes,
drug frog.
the eyes glow in the dark. And they're like, please do not
Sick.
lick the glowing frog.
Oh my
Don't look for
God.
the glowing frog that will make you high.
I love America. America's so fun
um,
sometimes.
Yeah. So I'm like, you said croaking like frog, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes.
I'm gonna lick the fucking frog. Yo.
Don't lick the frog. Yeah, psychedelic toads. National Park Service for it.
Yeah.
All glory to the hypno toad.
Nice. Fen, roll to lick toad.
Oh God.
What do I
Will
roll?
it make him high, or
Ju-
will it turn the frog into a prince?
Just a d20. Just a d20.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Oh, hail the glow frog.
I got a 15.
Alright. Now let's see. Ooh. Very interesting.
don't know
if I
like that.
You sort of stretch your head forward and stick your tongue out at the frog. And you can just feel the frog against your tongue. It is very small. You feel
Cool.
like one of its little
The fact
feet,
that
like,
It
it like puts its foot out to like push against your tongue, and you feel its little foot on your tongue.
Oh my goodness.
Also, I've shared the tweet
Oh
from the
god.
National Park Service.
Disclaimer,
Please do not
don't
lick the
frogs.
frog.
Please don't.
Disclaimer,
The
don't lick
frogs
any
doesn't like it. The frogs can get sick, and you can get very sick, especially.
Yes, I know.
if
That's
it's
why I
this or,
wouldn't
like, the
ever
wrong
lick
frog.
a toad in real life.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put it past you, not gonna lie.
No, I wouldn't.
taste it.
Because, yeah, you can make them sick.
Yeah.
And you can get yourself very sick. So,
Mhm.
I'm just saying I wouldn't put it past you.
I will
Mm.
steal them, but I won't lick them.
Yeah. But,
Better to steal.
you just, and then pull back after a little bit, and the frog is just staring at you. And it's kind of like, got this weird stance, like it's backed up. Like,
yeah.
what the fuck? You've never seen a frog look so concerned before, Fen. And it kind of moves its head to look you up and down almost, like,
I also shared a repeat from them, by the way.
oh my god.
But yes. A large toad with glowing eyes in the dead of night, please refrain from licking.
God.
But yes, Toad is concerned about this thing that's licking it, yes?
Yeah. The frog just kind of looks at you, and then it turns around and hops away, and you see it hop over the side of the boat.
It's like, fuck this, I'm out of here.
That fucking weirdos. I was just singing. I was just
Like
singing.
public transportation.
God.
I just
Stupid public
Fuck.
transit.
I just look at it, just going over, and I'm just like,
Welcome
and I just
back,
put my
Audrey.
head back down.
Sarzoth has returned.
Sarzoth is back.
Sarzoth is probably very confused as to what I've been sharing.
I'm assuming it's break.
Yeah, we're gonna be
no.
we're gonna be going on
Or
break
almost.
soon.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm sorry for interrupting.
It's okay.
You're good. I just was licking a toad, so we're not doing anything 100% important right at this moment.
You know, just toad licking.
Yeah,
Normal
toad.
shit. But Freya watches you do this, Fen, Freya just watches this unfold and is like, huh. He looked at Toad. Weird. Freya then goes back to what they were doing before the Toad caught their attention, of looking over the side of the boat into the water to see if they can spot any fish.
Creatures. So many creatures.
After about 20 minutes-ish, out of the fog, you can see the, outskirts of Sandia appear out of the haze.
Yay!
And, you see a glowing light, of a lantern near a dock. And
Yeah.
the rower boys pull the boat over towards it and fasten it all up to the docks, and then proceed to help you all off,
Yay.
including Freya, who
Oh,
kind of is trying to like get Fen up off the floor of the boat.
yeah.
Fen gets up, but is just kind of stumbling a little bit. Just that,
They bonked their head.
like, that, and also just the very like, I'm still really tired and like kind of like dozing off while walking.
Oh, buddy.
Bro. Poor man. Poor friend.
Freya gets a very bright idea, and Kalina, you watch as Freya crouches down next to the dock, sticks their hand into the water, which is
Oh.
very cold, and then sticks both of their hands into the water, and then shakes them off a little bit, and then walks up to Fen and places their cold hands on either side of Fen's face.
Oh.
Wakey,
Oh,
wakey.
no. Wakey, wakey. It's cold.
Awake, bitch.
I think Fen kind of just tries to like nip at Freya's hands. Because like that's what it, I feel like Fen very much follows like dog instincts and behaviors. That's kind of what I'm making that off of.
Yeah.
For like or like wolf behavior. Wolves, if they don't like something that like their puppy has done, they'll nip at them to kind of say don't do that. I think Fen just kind of tries to nip at Freya's fingers a little bit in hand, a little bit, like
Oh.
in a sweet way, like not to hurt them, but just like don't.
Meh.
That's me.
Yeah. But after that, Freya pulls back their hands and is like, I'm trying to wake you up. You're about to fall off the dock into the water.
Fen just makes the dog noise again. But Fen's eyes are a little bit more open.
Yeah. Just a little bit. It's just like
Just a bit.
cold as hell. Now you are all out of the boat and onto semi-dry land. It's still a bit damp, as always.
Squishy.
But Colbart, yeah, you tell them, do the introduction, do the thing.
Welcome everyone to my hometown of Sandia.
Yay.
Yay!
And now we're gonna go on break.
Break time.
Break time.
Break time.
15-minute break.
What?
Set your
15
timers.
minute break.
Oh,
Me.
Go get ice cream.
Wolf corgi.
Corgis, a lot of corgi mixes honestly look like a corgi trying to disguise itself as other dogs.
Yeah.
Like
That
it
is
looks like
very
it's
true.
like the fur of another breed, but a corgi body. So it
Yeah.
just looks like corgi's just like, no, I'm totally a husky. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm
Or
a
I'm totally
husky.
shepherd. I don't know what you're talking about.
I have no idea
not-
what you're talking about.
I'm totally not a little potato dog.
Yeah, totally.
Potato.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself because I'm gonna get ice cream in the hopes that it helps wake me up a little bit.
Yeah. Chili face.
For some reason, this reminds me of you, Eros.
A little eyeliner today.
Yeah, just a little.
I'm literally going to be doing a makeup tutorial for TikTok tomorrow. I'm gonna
love that.
my Mr. Key cosplay, how to
Yeah.
paint your face like Mr. Key from Stardew Valley. How to be a homosexual
How to be a homosexual.
tutorial.
Did you see the Fox News clip of them talking about how college students have cats and it's like the worst thing ever?
No.
Oh my god, okay. I think Ethan would go off on this, honestly. I'm gonna try to
They're
find it.
complaining about the crazy cat ladies because that's the stereotypical for liberal women and like women that don't want to get married and college students because college students are the worst. Except cats are actually very smart creatures and having an animal makes you a very smart human and having
Yeah.
to take care of an animal makes you better human than the assholes on Fox News. Fox News.
You were very correct, Audrey. Ethan did in fact go off about it.
As I was going off, I was
this
like,
looks
I'm
like you
just
actually
making
see
Audrey's
this.
point.
Yeah, you proved the point, but it's a good point to prove.
Yes. No, having cats are actually having any sort of animal, especially in college, is very good for stress levels, and it's a very smart thing to do because it gets out of bed and you need to take care of them.
Yeah.
And having an animal stimulates brain waves and is very healthy.
Yeah.
And shaming someone just because they
I
don't
have
want
to
to have
find this.
kids is also trashy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fox News is trashy.
and the thing is, I really
As someone
gotta
who
find this.
never wants to have kids, and honestly genetically shouldn't have kids,
Mhm.
but wants to have a lot of animals in the future. I don't like that because it's like, well, I'm actually. People are like, "Oh, you're being selfish if you don't want to have kids." No, I actually would be selfish if I did have biological kids
Yeah.
because my genetic makeup
Okay,
is
I
so
found it.
fucked up that if I have kids, I am pretty much 100%, almost 100%, subjecting them to a life with hereditary issues that are not fun to deal with.
Uh-huh.
So if I ever have kids,
Yeah.
I'd rather adopt them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to eating my
Okay, I'm gonna try to
ice
put the video in, but I don't know if it'll allow me. Oh, it
Yeah.
does. Okay. This is
cream.
like the
Audrey
best thing ever.
Audrey just mentioned shitting on animal owning people, mainly cat owning people, and I was like, yes,
Yes.
I need to defend this.
Yeah. Truthfully, the most selfish thing you can do is believe that the world needs your genetics
Yeah.
and that you need to be having children. If you want to have children,
thing is,
sure,
the-
that's fine. But
The specific thing they're talking about is that people are using cats to help with their anxiety during college and how they're raising snowflakes. The video's on there.
God,
But
Fox News
these
is just
people
a
are communi-
hellhole. But
Yeah, they are communication majors. One of the first things you're taught in communications is like how to empathize, especially with animals.
these people don't have
Also,
empathy. They're conservatives.
Yeah.
Also, if they're saying, hey, because you get a cat to help with your anxiety, you're being raised a snowflake. Anyone who owns a cat are like they deal with more shit from their cat on a daily
Yeah.
basis. They deal with so much shit from their cats because cats. There have actually been like,
Cats help with
Harvard-level
anxiety
studies.
because they make you forget about your own problems because you have to deal with their shit.
Well, yes,
Yep.
and there's also been like Harvard-level studies that cats, like when we call their name and then try to get them to acknowledge us, they hear us. Like their brain acknowledges us. They just don't give a
They
shit.
just don't
And they just
fucking
ignore
care.
Like, and so
That's
like
why
if they're
they're
saying,
assholes.
"Oh, they're snowflakes," no, they have to deal with this thing that they give unconditional love to, that they
Yeah.
feed every day, that they make sure is healthy. They have to live with they live day to day of cats give affection, but it's on
Yeah.
the cat's term. That is the farthest from snowflake I could ever. There's term of snowflake that I can ever think of.
Yeah.
They're the real
Because, like-
snowflake behavior because they're offended by people having
Exactly.
cats.
Yeah, it's also even like kids. Like kids give you more love than
Yeah.
cats. Kids are little shits.
Yeah. God,
The
we're just
reason why I like cats is
we're just shitting
they're
on
always
Foxy.
assholes, and it reminds me of myself.
They're also like, oh well,
I love
if
cats.
the real
'cause-
manly man or the real people get
Yeah.
dogs. So here's the thing.
Oh
Dogs- I love
yes,
dogs,
the real manly
A
man
big
that has the fucking Yorkie that vibrates.
I like dogs more than cats. Just I like the affection they give. However, dogs love you unconditionally. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can be a
Oh,
shitty ass
absolutely.
person to a dog, and they're still going to love the ever loving
Yeah.
fuck out of you. Cats, if you do them wrong, one, they'll fucking let you know.
Yeah, exactly. They'll start pissing on your shit.
Yeah. Two, cats won't tolerate that, and cats will just
Yeah.
up and leave.
Yeah.
Dogs will be ride or die no matter how you
Yeah.
treat them. I mean, there is to an extent, but
Yeah.
like cats are the very so if you're a snowflake, yeah, get an animal that is gonna love you no matter what. A dog. If you're
Yeah.
like, hey, I have to be responsible for this thing and treat it well, get a cat. The opposite of snowflake behavior. So
Yeah.
also I'm totally proving your point on
Oh yeah.
I love this how Audrey originally was like, sure, Ethan's gonna be super passionate about this. You mention it and instantly I'm like, so here's why they're all fucking wrong about animals.
Yeah.
So tilted at the towers.
Well, I also don't like it when people speak out about owning animals because
Exactly.
working or volunteering at a shelter, and I've been doing it since I was 13. There are so many animals that need homes, that need
Yeah.
love,
Yeah.
and you see some of the worst types of animals.
Yeah.
One of my personal animals, she had to get her leg amputated because of neglect.
Yeah.
And you see, I don't mean when I say the worst type, I don't mean behavior wise. I just mean
Mhm.
coming from the worst kinds of places.
The worst
Yeah.
situations.
And you get
Like truly
horrid-
abused animals.
Yeah, we actually back at Hawes, the place I started, we actually got a couple shipments from Chinese dog markets, like meat markets.
Mhm.
So dogs that were shipped overseas because they were saved from becoming food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I hate it when people speak out and say, "Oh, well, you shouldn't get this animal because
That is
of
a hack.
crazy stuff." No, you should get an animal. People should get
Yeah.
animals. They need homes.
It teaches
Yeah.
you empathy too.
Yeah.
Like it
And
really
also,
does.
And also, PSA: fix your animals. Get your animals fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Get them spayed or neutered.
At
I
a
will
reputable
never
place
had a-
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't just
I
go
will
to
never have
anybody.
Yes, but I will never have an animal that I do not have fixed. Even in the future, I want to
Yeah.
get a rescue farm. I want to have a horse that I use for jumping. It's going to get fixed, which typically you don't actually fix a lot of competition horses.
Mhm.
I mean, racing horses are the most common if you don't fix them and they're
It's because
Yeah.
they need their.
stallions. I'm not gonna race.
It's because they need their hormones, I think, and usually they want to be bred.
It's also they're like, hey, we're gonna breed it, but also
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
shouldn't race horses. The Kentucky Derby, those horses typically live 3 years.
That's
Mhm.
so sad.
Horrible.
Horses
That's
can
terrible.
horses can live as long as humans.
Yeah.
No, they cannot.
Like some live like middle aged, right? They get
They can
pretty
live
fucking
to be
old.
like 30.
Yeah. They live like
But
pretty long.
yeah, but like Kentucky Derby horses or those like top races, they die very early
Yeah.
because they're pushed harder than their bodies can deal with.
Yeah.
It's
During
really sad.
those races. So that's why
I
I'm like,
saw
oh,
this.
I'd rather jump horses than race them because jumping is a lot better on their bodies, and you tend to go at a lot slower pace.
Yeah.
And it's something also that they do naturally.
Yeah.
Horses in the wild, they jump over things.
Mhm.
So
They don't run
I-
at that speed.
I saw this guy on TikTok who he rescued a pit bull who was like literally in a illegal fighting ring.
Oh, yep, we get those as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and this dog was truly traumatized. Like it would not
Oh, yeah.
bark. It was terrified. It was terrified to bark. He was like truly just traumatized. And like I started crying because in the course of like 2 years, he showed so much development and feeling safe and comfortable.
Yeah.
Like that, it's just
Rosie.
it meant so much to me.
Rosie, my dog, who was the neglect case,
Yeah.
the first couple months, first half a year, almost a year, we had her. She wouldn't look at us. She would
Yeah.
constantly sit at the floor. She would not look at us. She also didn't know how to wag her tail at all. And she started slowly learning the wagging. She started doing up and down movements, not side to
Mhm.
side.
That's adorable.
But now like she'll just look at us and be like, "I want food. Like, give me love, give
Yeah.
me food." But yeah, you get these dogs who are or these animals that are so neglected, so abused, and yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm just very extremely passionate about
Yeah.
welfare.
My
you
first
can't
dog,
tell.
Huckleberry, he was a rescue, and he was from one of the more rural counties in our state. And when we got him, he was very, very fearful, like hide, and he never liked loud noises, and the sight of a gun caused him to run and hide. So we think that
Mhm.
he was part of a hunting dog litter.
Yeah.
That
Possibly, yeah.
and he was,
Or
surrendered because he did not want to he was not the right temperament for being a hunting dog, because in the county that it's from, there are a lot of like people who have hunting dogs.
it could also be because I have Charlie, my other dog, who is terrified of gunshots, terrified of like fireworks, scared
Uh-huh.
of the hose. Dogs down south. Not everyone, not all the dogs, but down south is kind of, I don't want to say common, but it's not unheard of. Well, people don't fix their dogs,
Uh-huh.
and they
That
let
can
them
be
run
an
loose.
issue.
And so puppies are getting bred,
Yeah.
and puppies just live on the street, and sometimes dogs will get shot at
Yeah.
because people don't want them near their property.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, I've had 2 dogs now that have both come from down south that we know they've been shot because they've come to us with stuff in them.
Yeah.
So that might be why he's a little bit fearful of guns. The whole hunting thing, that also might be it.
It's
But I'm
Uh-huh.
also just like,
the
it might
only
have been
reason
hate.
I don't think he would have been shot at is because of how very, very, very rural the county is. Like,
Yeah.
it is the boondock country. Like,
The
houses
Yeah,
are
I'm
a
just
quarter
saying-
mile apart.
The
I'm
sticks.
just saying that's a thing that does happen.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
very,
So
very
it's-
young also when we got him. No injuries.
Yeah.
He was already fixed
Yeah.
at the shelter. So
Yeah.
he was like 6 months
I
old.
mean,
My-
mine. Charlie
aunt-
was a year old, and he already had buckshot in him.
Yeah.
Yeah. My aunt, she had she always gets rescues. And like rescues that aren't necessarily traumatized, but they also clearly have gone through something.
Mhm.
So her first cat that I can remember, his name was Chubby, which is hilarious. I love that name.
Oh, chubby.
Yeah. He was an asshole. I was scared of him because he would just straight up attack me. But like it was clear that like he just did not like people, you know.
Yeah.
He'd been through something.
Mhm.
Cats are very different.
Yeah.
Dogs.
They will defend
Sometimes
themselves
they
if they
don't,
feel they
but
need to.
dogs will learn to trust people and learn to like them.
Yeah.
Cats, it's not a guarantee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on the cat, and you've really gotta work harder to treat them
also-
well.
Yeah.
It also depends on where the cat came from, because like the shelter I'm at right now,
Uh-huh.
we have what are called working cats,
Hmm.
which are are like barn cats. They're cats that are not going to be adopted out into homes.
Hmm.
They're cats that are going to be adopted for, hey, if you guys have a barn or someplace outside, like protected
Yeah.
outside, if you guys want to help us, take this cat, please. Because these are cats that need homes but cannot live in a house. They are not people friendly.
Yeah.
So it might also have been a case like that.
Mhm.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, granted, I was
also-
also really young, so it's kind of an asshole to all animals. But
yeah,
Little kids
young
are
kids,
assholes.
young kids do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I also like it. Also, very much depends on what's going on in the animal's life. Like, we
Yeah.
actually had a dog. None of you are allowed to disclose this because this isn't public information. So technically,
Uh-huh.
I think I'm supposed to be telling you guys. But
You're saying it
Oh,
on
different-
stream.
fuck, I forgot about that. Never
yeah, keep
mind.
in mind you're live.
I'm on a
But-
stream. Yep. Okay. I didn't say what I was not. If I tell you guys are in a different state, and I think it's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
But
pretty sure it's fine. But nope,
Yeah,
never
but-
mind. Forgot stream.
cut the camera.
Thank
Dead
you,
ass.
Foxy.
Ignore me. No, but yeah. I have had all of my pets have been rescues apart from one. Kind of. So we got him from my uncle. He kind of was a rescue of my uncle lived above the bar he was owned, and so he left his animals at home with a guy who was supposed to be renting his house. Well, guy just ditched and never told my uncle. So the animals were just home alone. It's 2 dogs and a cat, or 2 cats and a dog. So we ended up taking them in. Dog was the only he was a purebred. He was a purebred Gordon Setter. It's an amazing dog. So he was like the only like not rescue dog that I've had, but I'm like, we've rescued him. Yeah, no, he was a failed hunting dog.
Welcome
Not
back,
because he didn't
Caleb.
like humans, because he didn't like the water.
Oh.
He didn't like yeah, no, apparently he failed hunter's training like 3 times because he was supposed to be like a retriever dog.
Yeah.
But he refused to go out in the rain.
Oh.
Not like, so we're like, oh yeah, no, he wouldn't get wet. But he was an absolute sweetheart. Like, he would come in my room, just be like, "You good?" Like, check in on me. Just be like, "Okay."
Protect.
Yeah.
All right. Since we are all back, is everybody ready to get back into it?
I'm gonna mute because I'm actually now eating noodles, so I will mute for a little bit. But I am ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got myself some quesadillas, so I'll be eating this a little bit, but that's
Yeah.
fine.
Guess that. Yes. All right. So
Quesadillas.
Colbert does the big introduction. Welcome to my hometown. Said the-
Yay!
Sandia.
Woo! Yay!
Wow.
Today seems to be a particularly quiet day in town. as it's a little chilly and, you know, nobody really wants to be out in this cold, damp weather. Especially when it's foggy. Because it's creepy.
It'd be creepy.
Fog can be very dangerous.
I mean, sometimes people just disappear into the fog and are never seen again.
God, I wish
Yeah.
that were me.
Right?
But I'd miss you.
Come into the fog
But
with
if
me,
we
damn it.
disappear together,
Come
Yeah,
into the
but
fog
we
too.
can't find each other in the fog. It's very thick.
which is
Just
why
hold
we disappear
hands.
at the same time.
Hold hands and disappear in the fog together.
Whole
Exactly.
train.
Yeah, we're all just like we all have like harnesses and we're all just attached to each other.
Child leash.
Yeah, child leashes all attached to one another. We're just a giant ring.
But, yes. Town is... There's a little bit of people that are outside doing chores and things. Bringing in goods. Lugging around firewood. All that sort of jazz.
Mm-hmm.
But
Fish?
overall, yes, fish. Yes, fish. But overall, it seems pretty quiet.
We're gonna head straight for his house.
Audrey knowing I was
Lead
gonna
the
say
way,
jazz.
fish boy.
So, Colbert goes ahead of the group and just starts walking. He knows where he's going. So, do the rest
Yeah.
of you follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kalena's
There
just
is.
taking everything in.
The only other
I walk
option
by,
would
I
be
point out
to
some
lost
things,
to the
like-
fog.
Yeah.
I point out some things. That's shit. That's Coco over there. That's Martha. Haven't seen her in a while. Oh, that's Uncle Iro. That's
Wait,
like
what?
we have a bunch of family here.
What? Pardon?
What?
Pardon the fuck.
I wanted to put that in there. That's where fell flat in my face when I was a little kid. Let's talk about that. Yeah, I just point out some things as I walk by.
Yeah.
As you all pass by, various people wave to you, Colbart. And, you know, little small talk like, oh, it's been so long since you've been here. And it's like, oh, it's only been a month though, but yeah. It's like, oh, how have you been? How's your mission going?
Stressful. Very stressful.
They nod in understanding, like, oh, yes, very stressful.
Yeah. Now time
have
to
the
see my
time.
mom.
Speaking of your mom, you get closer to your house and you see your mom is out front. She has a braided rug over a wire and she's beating it with a stick to knock out all the dust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's beating the fuck out of that rug.
Stick mum.
Yes.
I've always wanted to do that. Mostly because it just sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Fun,
Make
sure
sure to do it
do.
outside. I had to do that once. Ugh. I go and walk up.
She hasn't noticed you yet. She's focused on her rug. She
I would
Where's the
stand-
money, Lebowski? Where's the fucking
Mom.
money, Lebowski?
I'm gonna stand like right like behind her shoulder and just wait. Just wait until she notices.
After a couple seconds, she stops whacking and she turns her head, and then she goes, She drops her stick and puts her hand over her chest. She's like, "Oh my god, Colbart!"
Yeah. Gotcha.
Honestly, thought she was going.
Aw.
Come in for a hug.
She hugs you back and pats you on your back. She says, "Oh, you scared the daylights out of me."
Always do.
Aww.
She strokes your head and like presses your fin back, you know. Meow.
Mhm.
And she's like, "Are you finally home for good, or are you just visiting?"
Visiting. I gotta head out places I'm not done yet.
She makes a pouty face, but then she
Oh.
hugs you really tight and she says, "Well, I'm happy that you're here for now."
Same. Mom, these are my friends that I'm traveling with.
She lets you go and she's like, "Oh, well, hello there, everybody."
Hello.
Good day, ma'am.
Pleasure to meet you. We've heard a lot about you.
"Oh, hopefully good things," she says as she sort of looks over at Colbart. Like,
All
yes.
good things.
she smiles and says, "Well, my name is Maria, and, well, I mostly live here alone nowadays, now that Colbart is off being busy." She
Only
sort
been a
of,
month.
she dramatically puts her
Oh yeah.
head in her hand.
It's a living novella.
It's only been a month, Mom.
It feels like longer.
Yeah. Definitely does. Hopefully it'll be done soon. I could come back here. Ooh, actually.
Hmm?
After I'm done with all of this, why not? I there's some places I can show you. I've been literally everywhere at this point.
She claps her hands together and she says, "Oh, my son is finally gonna take me traveling the world. Every mother's dream."
Aww. Kalina's just standing there, hand on her chest, just like, oh, his mom is sweet.
Just don't get on her bad side.
I don't think Kalina intends to.
Nope. And
She then turns back to the rest of the group and says, "Well, why don't you tell me all your names? I've got to call you something."
Of course. I'm Kalina, the Kalina Brightwood, and this over here, as she gestures to Tegok, is my bodyguard, Tegok.
Oh.
Tigak gives a nod. Pleasure.
She smiles and nods at you. She has a very warm smile.
Toasty.
very toasty.
Clement then speaks up and says, "My name is Clement Aveline." And then he sort of like turns to Chatsu like, "All right, introduce yourself." And
This is my
Chatsu
boyfriend.
says, "My name is Chatu." And then Freya pops out from behind and says, "My name is Freya, and this," and points at Fen, "is Fen. He's tired. I don't think he wants to talk." And then
Fence
Freya,
kind of looks at Freya and then Rhea and just goes like, "Hi."
Freya also points at Asumi and says, "And this is Asumi."
This is our dog.
Buggy.
Asumi sort of chuffs in respondence. Like, mother.
Her.
Mother.
Her heart.
And Sarzoth introduces himself as well. But swagtastic. And Maria then says, "Oh, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. And I'm very happy that you're making a lot of new friends, Koba." She says as she,
Yeah.
you know, gives you the mom face, like, you're making friends.
No.
Trust me, this is only a small amount of the people I've met on my journey.
She, what? Go ahead.
Oh yeah. I also learned I could do some new things.
Oh?
Oh no.
Uh, They-
Oh no.
Hey Bob, I have lightning powers that can turn into a bird.
I can do lightning stuff yet because I don't know how to do it. I want to hurt my mom.
Be
I-
careful where you point that. You're in the fucking swamp, buddy.
Electrocute everybody in the water.
What is the faces of my group? Because I know you guys were, but was that in character or out of character?
That was out of character.
Out
the
of
talking.
character. But yeah, Kalina, like, she hears this. And
She's
it's,
like, "Oh,
like,
God."
she's just like, oh dear.
Oh no.
Tagak just kind of looks towards the ground with a sigh.
Oh.
What? Okay. Kobar will step back a little bit and think bird thoughts.
Thinking bird thoughts. Thinking hard about
Hey.
being a bird.
Chirp,
Mm.
chirp, chirp,
Chirp,
chirp.
chirp, chirp.
You do your hard bird thoughts. And you, in a flurry of little wispy clouds and feathers, you are transformed into a bird. Your osprey form.
Osprey.
You flap your wings as you stand on the ground.
What is the face my mom is thinking?
She's kind of got like her hands up near her shoulders, like, oh. And she's looking down at you, like, oh.
What happened, my boy?
When in the God's name did you learn to do that?
It's been about how long has it been? Like a week or
Not
two?
a whole,
Probably a
yeah,
week, yeah.
a week maybe.
Check. Let
Tops.
me check.
3 days.
In 3 days.
3 days.
Oh, I called it.
In 3 days.
Seriously?
Kalina just
Yeah, it's been
says,
3 days.
God.
It's been about 3 days. Are you familiar with the Stormhawks, ma'am?
Absolutely, yes, I am. Are you telling me you became Stormhawk? And she sort of like leans down, like
It's
hands
like,
on her hips,
"You,
like looking
my
at you.
boy.
She's like,
Chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp.
Like, you know, like does like a little bird nod, just like uh-huh.
Yeah.
she then like reaches down and scoops you up, like putting her hands underneath your belly and just scooping
Oh my
you
God,
up.
Yes.
And she holds you in front of her, like, what am I gonna do with you?
My boy. My boy. You're gone for 1 month.
You're gone,
And I become a bird.
and you become a bird with lightning powers. And we're
And you
definitely
died.
not going to mention the fact that you died.
We're not gonna mention that.
We're not going to mention the fact
not.
that you died.
I mean, you lived.
My mom will kill
got
me if she
better?
knew I died.
But you got
Yeah.
better.
You
I
did
got
get
better, Mom. I don't care.
Oh god.
Can't let her know you died.
Nope, he has been 100% alive this entire time.
All of us have. Nobody's died.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything's fine.
Yep.
Definitely. Yeah.
Nobody's dead. Nothing is mine. But she just looks at you exasperated and says, "Oh, what am I gonna do with you?"
I make little chirpy noises.
She then tucks you under her arm. Like she tucks your wings in and then tucks you under her arm like she's holding a chicken.
Oh my god.
And then says
She's
to
like,
the
"All right,
rest
come
of the
on."
group, and she's like, "Well, would you like to come in? We're just about to have supper."
Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, my mom was holding me like that. I gotta see that in the drawing.
Old son like Chimkin.
Jimkin.
I
Chimkin.
gotta see that in the drawing. God. Jimkin.
She
Alright.
she leads you all inside, and she places Colbart down on a table, and then begins grabbing some extra chairs and pulling them up to the dining room table for everybody to sit.
Oh.
I will hop down on a chair and turn back.
Oh. Little boar boy.
She says,
Barb.
"I've made some hearty stew. We got a big shipment of potatoes in just last week, so everybody's cooking with potatoes."
Oh, fun.
You're a bird. You can't. Is she? Is
I
Colbert still a
said I
bird?
turned back.
He transformed
Oh.
back.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. Sleepy Ben.
I'm sorry, Colbert.
Lloyd!
Nah, you're good.
Lloyd, what are you doing here?
What is the
Oh,
dog?
Floyd!
Dama quesadilla.
Oh
Oh
no.
no! No! A thief!
Lloyd. Lloyd, you wanna take this? Here. Here. Go
God damn it,
downstairs
you
now.
beat
Go.
me to it, Foxy. I was gonna say titty skittles.
No?
Don't ask for context, chat.
Estrogen.
He's sniffing at.
You're okay, Ethan.
It's
Like-
all good.
No need to apologize. But, she says, "Yes, I am very excited. I've been making things with potatoes all week. And earlier today, I made a loaf of potato bread, so you'll get to enjoy that with dinner, too."
Potato bread, yeah!
Oh, we're getting all the pastries today. Those from my mom, no yours.
Ooh, another baker. Well,
Yes, quite.
I might have to meet your mother at some point.
See if she agrees, Colbot.
Worlds colliding.
When worlds collide.
The baking
Oh,
world cannot withstand their power.
the moms. The moms.
I always need new mum friends.
You'll love her.
Yeah, she's quite lovely. Though I am a bit biased, but
I would hope so. She gets out a bunch of bowls and little plates for everybody, and then she brings over a basket that has the bread all sliced up in it,
oh, bread.
and then she brings over the big pot. It is huge, but she carries it very easily.
Yeah, strong.
And she puts it on the end of the table and holds up her ladle and says, "All right, who's ready for some stew?" She then proceeds to ladle out some potato and seafood soup. It's just a real good seafood stew. There's
Good
also
soup.
a bunch of other
Good
good
soup.
vegetables in there. Spices.
Very hearty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she fills
soup.
everyone's bowl up right to the top.
Would anyone like some stew?
Would anyone like
Would like some
Would
stew?
anyone like some
Would
stew?
anyone like some
Would
stew?
anyone like some stew?
Some stew. The goods in the family.
Would
Let's
anyone like some
go.
stew? Would anyone like some
Would
stew?
anyone like some stew? God, I love that Vine. R.I.P. Vine, you will rest in peace forever.
You will forever be missed.
We'll never forget you.
Forever
We
in
will
our
always
hearts.
like some stew.
Forever in our hearts. But cool part. She sneakily adds a couple extra pieces of like meat to your stew.
Aw.
And
My
she like
God.
gives you a little wink, like, "Yes, I
Aw.
am giving you extra meat." Feed
Because you're my
baby.
boy.
Feed my
You're a
baby.
growing boy.
I'm an adult.
She'll
Forever
always
growing
say that
boy.
you're a growing boy.
Always. She then
Wait. What are you doing here again? Sorry, I just brought him downstairs and he came back up.
oh jeez.
Oh, baby.
She looks at Asumi, who
want
is
the rest of my
waiting next
quesadilla?
to the table, kind of like sandwiched in between Fen and Freya's chairs, and decides that dog needs some food.
Baby.
So she goes over and there is like a basin that's next to the sink, but it's full of water and it's got some fish in it. A
Fish.
live tank in the house for in the kitchen cooking.
Yeah. Fish.
And
Yes.
you see her take out a fairly decent sized fish, and then she grabs her trusty cleaver and she
Ugh.
chops it up. And she grabs some other things like an egg, and she gets a bowl and she puts everything in the bowl, and then she sort of kneels down near the floor and gestures Asumi to come over. Asumi's like,
Baby.
Best way to get fresh fish, just have fish in your house.
Yep.
You can
Yeah.
eat.
Fish.
Asumi comes over and sniffs the bowl, and it's like, ooh, fresh fish and egg,
Egg.
and also some little bits of fruit and stuff for fiber vitamins. And
Yeah.
Asumi wags her tail a little bit and
Bubby.
eats her fish bowl.
Fish.
Yeah.
She then serves herself a bowl and sits down at the table after washing her hands off.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
Can I
she's
just say something real quick?
yeah.
When you said she serves herself a bowl, for a second I thought you meant Asumi, like serves herself another
Yeah.
bowl. And I was
No.
like, "Man,
Asumi suddenly
dog."
grows hands,
Asumi,
goes long
I
legs.
was like,
Asumi
stands on
stands
her
up,
back. her back legs and just like uses her paws, and I was just like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
I imagine that if Asami wanted more fish, she could put her paws up on the counter and grab a live one from the basin.
Probably. But I was just like, when you said, "Oh, she serves her from a bowl," my first thought was, "Does Asami get
Just so
herself her own
confused.
second bowl?"
Yes. Yes,
From
she
normal
does.
dog to furry. Insane.
Oh my god.
No, we're not turning our wolf into a fur.
God.
Yeah. We already turned Foxy's dad into a furry.
Look, Loka, what are you doing? What are you eating?
You'd be honored.
I think he would be. I think he would be. Just like, yes! I'm
After
a D&D character.
After asking what a furry is. In a third
Yeah, after asking what a
person.
furry
but He
is.
would still be honored.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, I'm a character in your D&D campaign. I don't think he was ever like a D&D nerd game kind of guy. Like, all I remember is that as a kid, I saw a sign for Magic the Gathering, and we were in the
Oh,
car,
yeah.
and then and then at the moment he saw it too, he just pressed on the gas a little harder.
Magic the Gathering scares him.
Yeah, it's just
My-
like, no daughter of mine.
He didn't
My
want
brother probably would have done the same,
No
only
daughter
because
of mine is.
I
gonna
don't know if
lose
he's
all of her
ashamed of the
money.
fact that he used to play a good amount of Magic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's still his
People-
cards are still at the house.
People
Yep, he's-
spend a lot of money on Magic the Gathering cards.
They're mine now because I'm debating if I should sell them or not.
Swagtastic.
'cause
You just
he was
gotta
like, "Oh,
find
just
the
toss
ones
them."
that are worth money. And you've gotta...
Yeah, he was just like, "Oh, just toss them," and I was like, apparently my grandma was like, "Oh, just toss them." He said, "Just toss them." And I was like, "Nope, they're mine now."
No, they're not.
Sick.
So if I can sell these, that'd be great.
Yeah, you should. You should do that.
Help
People pay a lot
for
of
college.
money for them. Yeah,
Yeah.
pay for college with Magic the Gathering. And feet pics.
I mean, if it works.
Getting off track.
Yeah, but yeah, you
Yeah,
have
but-
a lovely, lovely seafood potato stew with potato bread,
Well,
courtesy of Miss Maria.
Potat.
yay.
A little bit halfway through dinner, you hear a quiet little meowing near the window.
Oh?
And Colbart, your mom, she goes, "Oh, that must be my little lady." And she jumps up and goes to open the window.
A little lady?
I'd like to think that Fen possibly followed her.
He's like, "Kitty, kitty,
Fen
kitty,
was instantly like, "Okay, not as tired. There's an animal."
cat, cat, cat."
Creature must explore.
Colbart is confusion. She opens the window and you see a tiny, like, very small kitten. Like,
Oh,
just barely big enough to be on its own.
Oh,
Little kitten. And it, walks along the windowsill and Maria holds out both of her hands for it and it steps onto her hands and then she lowers her hands down onto the kitchen counter.
baby.
And the cat,
good.
stretches out and rubs against her hands, and she says, "Not too long after you left, Colbart, this little lady, showed up. She was a stray kitten, and we don't know what happened to her mum, so I've been feeding her, and sometimes she stays the night. She's a very good cuddle buddy."
Oh, that's cute. You have a name.
I haven't come up with one. I just don't know what to call her.
Hmm.
Do we have a visual description of the little creature?
She is a little tabby cat.
Oh, baby.
baby.
Can Fen talk to her?
Sure.
Is it Ayo, you want a name?
Well, can Fen ask if she has a name already?
Sure.
Like, okay. I'm assuming I should roll for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Roll
That'd
to
be animal
cat
handling,
speak.
Yeah.
I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. That was a 23.
Alrighty. Let's go.
Well, I have a +6 in animal handling, so.
Look,
So,
Okay.
what do you ask her?
I just kind of go up to her. When I talk to animals, do I like just talk to them in their voice, like their language?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just like, I feel like we've done this before, where I've talked to Asmi like
I'll need to take-
in human language, but
Yeah.
I'd love to just imagine that like I'm just meowing at this cat.
Ugh.
Ma. Ma.
Meow.
Yeah. So I kind of go up to it. I was gonna say I crouched down a little bit, some in eyesight, but like, thing is counter's probably tall enough that I shouldn't do that. But like, I'm just going. Oh,
Ma. What's your name?
Boy,
yeah.
careful.
So what?
My dog hit
cat.
his head on my desk.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Baby.
So I just ask if she has a name.
The cat kind of tilts its head and then it bonks you and says, "My name's Echo."
Bonk.
Okay, I was looking up names because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna have to come up with a name right now.
Nah.
So
The cat's
I'm glad
name
I did
is
not.
Echo.
Okay. I turn to Rhea and say, says name Echo.
She
Echo.
smiles and says, "Oh, that's a lovely name, little Echo." And she
No.
scratches Echo on the top of her head,
Baby.
and Echo purrs.
Oh.
She reaches into the basin and grabs one of the smaller fish. It's still pretty big for Echo, but she hands it over to Echo, and Echo takes it
No. Yum, 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 yum.
and then begins eating it on the countertop.
No, baby.
I know fantasy. I would just like to make a claim that you probably really shouldn't give animals full fish because the bones. But
Yeah.
I know fantasy, so I'm kind of ignoring that.
Yeah. Don't worry, Maria
And if you're
watches
right
Echo.
there, yeah, you're typically okay.
It's like
I'm just saying, like, for our group and anyone who's watching the stream, of research it before you do it in real life.
Yeah.
Fish is very good for animals. We give our dogs their like fish skin after we eat salmon, but
Maybe I should start doing that.
Avoid
My dog really
bones.
likes fish.
yeah,
Also, because she can't eat a whole lot else because of allergies.
Aw.
Charlie doesn't chew it. He just gulps it down, and then is
Hard.
like, "There's none left." So,
Shadow
okay,
does that with
continue
ice
on.
cream. We sometimes give him a
baby.
scoop, like a single little scoop of vanilla ice cream,
Oh,
and he'll just
baby.
help, and then he like looks
Neither
at
of our
us.
dogs chew all that much.
Yeah.
Baby.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Echo eats the fish and does a pretty good job of eating it until it gets down to like where it's mostly just bone, and then like looks up at Maria, and Maria's like, "Do you need help?" and she then like takes her fingers and scrapes off like what little bit of meat is left on the bone, and like holds her finger with the meat out for
No.
Echo to eat off of her finger.
Nim 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 nim.
And Echo licks her fingers as well, thickly.
Yeah.
And all of you just sort of watch this as she coddles the little kitten.
Bye bye.
Little kitten.
Bye bye.
Little baby.
Just so small.
Maria then says,
While you were gone, she adopted a child.
yeah, she adopted a cat. She says, by the way, are you all staying for the night?
Kalina's just like trying to do like the mental math in her head, just like, okay, how far is Salmonax away from here?
Far enough to where you would probably be traveling for a little while in the dark, but not very long.
And it's gonna be cold.
Yeah, it's gonna be freezing. Kalina, she continues. Well, we're heading for Salmonax, and if I'm not mistaken, we might be traveling a bit in the dark if we decide to leave, but I'm not sure.
Well, that would only be if you took the North Road.
Oh?
The river travels in towards the center island, and there's a reason they call this the Salmon Rapids Swamp.
Yeah. Right.
Oh.
The river is very fast out there, so if you were to catch a boat, you would be there very quickly.
Oh.
Just make sure not to fall in, because the currents swell and they do sweep you under.
Yes.
Even our strongest little swimmers can't brave that for too long.
Yeah.
Sorry, my brain just...
No, you're
brain! How Kalina do so much brain?
I have no clue.
No brain today.
Yeah, Kalina just do so much brain. She have so
Yeah.
much brain.
So the question is, are we staying the night?
I mean, like, if we had no other options, I
What were you up here
I
again?
just feel
sit
bad
down.
because, like, I don't know how big, because, like, we're a big group of people.
We are a big group of people.
Some
And
of
I
you
don't
might
want...
be sleeping on, bedding on the floor, but
Yeah, that's fine. But even then, the house is only so big. Oh, dear. And Kalina's also, like, trying to think of, like, because, like, when the last ferry leaves, like, in Salmonax.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, like, we might not even, like, get there in time to actually...
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you would definitely not get there in time to catch the ferry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it might be best.
Yeah, it might be best to just stay the night. Kalina also like she's kind of thinking out loud, and she's just kind of slowly realizing, just like we might have to spend the night here in town.
Sleepover.
Sleepover.
Yay. So, you tell her, but yes, we're probably going to have to stay the night.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think I can do brain. Okay. Yes, we might have to stay the night, unfortunately, if you don't mind.
Of course not. I love having guests.
All right. It's just that, it's a big group. Don't want to overwhelm you.
And she smiles and says, "It's no trouble, really."
All right. Thank you.
Of course. I just tried to zoom out on a piece of paper. Fuck, man.
Oh, that is a
Oh,
mood.
no.
Oh, that
I've
is a
been
fucking
there.
mood.
Digital artist problems.
Oh man, just zooming out. Oh my god.
Pinch
Yeah.
to zoom out on a piece of fucking
Oh,
paper.
that fucking hurt, man. Ugh.
That happens.
Yeah, that do happen sometimes, and when it does, it sucks so bad.
But, after that, you all clean up from dinner and begin setting up, your bedding for the night. It's a little easier
Yeah.
considering that you all brought some blankets with you.
Yeah!
Woo!
Oh,
Thanks, Bob.
But with help of Maria, you are able to all find places to lay down for the night.
Yay.
And of course, there's like at least one spare bed.
Yeah.
She
Maybe
insists.
Colbart's bed.
Yeah, there's Culbert's bed, and then there's another like guest bed,
Yeah.
other than her own. But
Yeah.
there is a little deliberation onto who gets the guest bed. Because even though there are
yeah.
guests, she's not going to make Colbart sleep on the floor. He's gonna sleep in his bed.
Yeah, he's gonna sleep in his bed because she's
That's my baby.
she's- yeah, that's baby. That's baby. Baby no sleep on floor.
Yeah.
oh, what?
So,
uh,
deliberation.
Kalina
Who'll sleep?
doesn't mind giving up the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd probably be best if I didn't take it.
Yeah.
Set fire
Just in
to the
case.
bed.
It'd be kind of rude if I come into her house and then in the morning there
Yeah.
isn't a bed because it's on
Or a
fire.
house.
Or a house.
Just wake up just like, oh, it's actually pretty warm. Oh.
Oh god, everything's on fire.
Wow, it's so warm tonight.
It's so warm.
Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Wait a motherfucking minute.
Where's that glow coming from? Why does
Dang
it smell weird?
Oh no.
I think Fen just turns into. I was gonna say turns into a wolf and just goes to sleep in the corner as a wolf, but Fen's gonna wake up as human, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fen will fall
Does
asleep.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fen turns into Doggo and goes and I guess grabs a pillow off the bed.
takes pillow out of pile that
and
has been
goes
supplied.
into the corner and like
Yeah.
curls up on the pillow
Pillow.
as Wolf.
Pillow puppy.
Billo puppy.
Yes.
Freya comes over into the corner with you and throws the blanket that you had on earlier over the both of you and like curls up with you. And
Aww.
Asami sort of pushes herself with her snout underneath the blanket as well.
Yeah.
The puppy pile.
Yes.
Puppy pile.
We don't need the
Puppy.
bed.
Yeah. As you were all getting ready for bed, you noticed particularly that Clement's knees were kind of popping a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He needs
give
the
it
bed.
to old man.
And he says,
Give it to the old man.
he says,
Give it to
"Oh,
old man and his
jeez,
boyfriend.
this cold is horrible on my bones."
Yeah.
Haha,
Yeah.
old man.
That cat is so tiny.
He's so small. You are
Small
one
cat.
flower tall.
I'm fine.
Wait, it's Echo.
It's Echo.
Echo.
It's Echo.
But the thing is, Audrey isn't even in the call right now.
She's psychic.
Or she's watching the stream.
Either that, she's watching this. Oh wait, never.
Or she's watching the stream.
I forgot that we're live.
Yeah.
Well,
We only have one
Take the
viewer,
magic out of everything.
so it might be Foxy. Who knows?
it's probably just me.
So Maria says, "If we put you on the floor, you're not gonna be able to get back up."
Yeah.
And she forcibly ushers Clement to the bed. It's a queen size bed, and you notice that Chatu briefly speaks to her, and then she nods and is like, "Oh," and she sort of gestures like,
okay.
"Alright, go ahead. Go ahead, share the bed.
Don't be gay.
Boyfriends." Boyfriends.
Yeah.
And then her assuming that Chatu's younger. It's like, oh, alright. Get it, Dilf Hunter.
She's not one to judge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell, she might have been a DILF hunter herself. Who knows? We don't know how old Colbart's dad was.
we were calling her a
Silent.
Dilf Hunter. We said we don't know how old your dad was, Colbert.
No, I heard that one. Just okay then.
Yeah.
I mean, get into it. Good for her.
Get the cash money.
Yeah.
No.
But yes, old man gets the bed.
Old
Yeah.
man gets the best.
Cause he old.
Real old.
Really old.
I'm
Oh,
only
man.
40.
Old man.
Cries.
Haha, old man.
Clap, 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 clap.
Haha, old man.
Leave him be.
You got it!
Yeah.
Leave him alone. He's just old and gay.
He's old and gay. What do you expect? But yeah, sleepover.
Sleepover.
It's sleepover
Sleepover.
time. Time for sleepover.
Sleepover.
Woo!
And I am starting to get incredibly tired. So
Yeah. It
I
honestly seems like a
think-
good place to cut it off.
Yeah.
next week we will start off with the party waking up in Fandina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
will be leaving for Seminex.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
But until
Seven.
then,
Good night,
see
everybody.
y'all next time on Open Hearts next Friday at 8 p.m. CST.
Yeah.
Wow.